A feeling of worth.
This is like the Coward Hour Brain Jail crossover episode.
Hell yeah, man.
This is like Civil War, Captain America, but with all retarded people.
That would have been a better movie. I
It
think.
was just retarded people at the airport on the tarmac.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes it Civil War. Just they're at an airport.
It's just the guys from Hollywood Boulevard who dress like Spider-Man, kicking each other's ass. Yeah, we made a Spider-Verse where we made the Spider-Man whiter, actually.
Yeah.
His name's Peter Wilhelm now.
Well, that sounds nice. I think I would. Now, those guys on Hollywood Boulevard, is that canon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we all introduce ourselves?
Yeah,
If
I guess
people
we
don't
should.
know who we are. If
Yeah.
you're listening to Coward Hour, we're Brain Jail and we're guests on it. And you're listening to Brain Jail. This is Coward Hour, and they're guests on our podcast, and that pretty much explains the whole thing.
What do you call it? You call this a swap cast? What do they call
I think,
it?
yeah, swap. I think that's the word I was looking for.
Swapcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a swamp cast down in the bayou.
I want to do comedians in cars getting coffee, but it's only fan boats.
Comedians and fan boats. Eating gator. Yeah, this is good shit.
You pod into my mouth, I spit it back into your mouth, and then I pod into your mouth.
Yeah, it's guys we
Snowcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys we fucked is also on this podcast at the same time.
Yeah. I hate when someone riffs on my wife and I'm mad, but kind of turned on also.
Riffs on your wife?
Yeah, you know, like wife
You
swap.
riff into his wife's mouth.
Oh,
Yeah, hot
yeah.
swapping.
Oh, God. I hate
Someone just riffs a hot load all over my
Yeah.
wife.
It's
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the jealousy and the arousal at the same time.
Dude,
you know?
your wife is just wiping tags off your eyelids.
Yeah, well, a comic will get a stool next to your wife and then fuck that stool.
Yeah.
That gets you rock hard.
Is,
Yeah.
is woke Satan awake? Is he? What's going on?
He's having a Zedia.
I'm so glad you guys are recording the podcast on Thursday at 7:15 p.m. That means none of you guys are going to shoot up the Joker premiere. Your bases are totally covered, guys.
Hell yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. What if we walk outside after the very first Joker showings and it's just like Armageddon? Like there's helicopters shooting people in the streets.
We go outside and the Hong Kong protests are here.
There's an 800-foot incel destroying downtown LA.
It sucks so much because the Joker is legitimately the first movie that my dad has been excited for. Like, in a month. Like, I talked to him, he's like, I'm seeing the Joker in theaters the night it comes out. And if
Holy
my dad
shit.
gets shot, that's gonna I'm gonna have to delete so many tweets. It's gonna be so
Yeah,
embarrassing.
that'd
Yeah.
be pretty brutal. That'd be pretty cool to lose your dad at the Joker, though.
That would be, yeah, I guess. I just
Get a
want to be like,
special out
That
of
makes
that.
that makes you Batman.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Batman.
I do like this is like an accountability group. We're all here to make sure we don't shoot up the premiere. It's like we're just making sure. Like, just
Yeah, well, the
schedule
government
a
actually
pod.
said Ben had to Twitch stream his entire existence during the premiere. Yeah.
Yeah,
Should we say
they set
everyone's
up a room
names? We
for
said
me.
our podcast, but we didn't introduce everyone's.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
blew it, Jace.
Yeah. I'm Jace Avery, and I'm an alcoholic. Everybody. Are we
Hi.
just going around the room and
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Youssef Roach. I'm the producer of both podcasts.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to
I
Venmo
say-
you $800
Let me say
today.
you said
But here's the thing about Youssef Roach. If he would just actually cut his penis off, I think we'd let him back. Right?
Yeah,
He'd be allowed to stand
exactly.
up
The
again.
danger is gone. You know, it's like
Yeah.
we love you without the cock.
that is the ace in the hole. If you get Me Too'd, it's just castrate yourself.
The same with
He
the
just promised
checkmate.
to. No. He said that it should be like a Patreon tier. Like he got like $8,000 in Venmo. It's like
I'd cut my
Jesus.
dick off
Give us
for
the perk.
$8,000. Yeah.
Well, speaking of cutting your dick off, I'm Kevin Tick. And
Brendan Crick.
and Nick Oldershaw.
does everybody have? We'll put all the links to the Twitters and all that shit
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
on there.
I'm currently in self-imposed exile.
Get back
Oh,
on-
really?
Everyone's asking about you.
On Twitter?
Oh, you're not on Twitter
I didn't
right now?
realize people would be very worried.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
I
very
deleted.
worried,
I deleted everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
After
I was
the-
going to pull up your tweet on Kurt Metzger's podcast yesterday about
Oh,
the
really?
height cell thing, and I couldn't find it.
Well, you
you
really
fucking
fucked
loser.
up.
God damn it!
Well, what are you going to do?
I'll send that to you. Just bring it. Bring it up.
print it
Doesn't
out.
matter if it's organic.
You're printing out the tweet and giving it to
It's on my T-shirt in the studio.
Damn, I would have loved.
Yeah. So you
Kurt's-
deleted. Are you off Twitter right now?
I mean, well, the way Twitter works is all the other ones like Facebook and Instagram.
Finally, somebody explaining it.
Well, it's all child porn. You see?
Okay.
No.
I can get behind this.
So Facebook and Instagram, you can just deactivate it and it's there forever. And if you log back on, you can get it back.
Right.
But Twitter, they want you to like get back on soon. So if you don't log back in within 30 days, it deletes your account forever.
Ah.
So I have to set alarms on my phone to remind me, or else I just lose 10 years of ideas.
Right. Well, I had like 5,000 tweets. None of them good, but I installed a program on a website that deletes all your tweets automatically.
Yeah.
And then it kept deleting them after 2 weeks. So I was like, I guess I just won't be big on Twitter ever. And I couldn't. Like the website shut down. I couldn't find it again to turn it off.
It's just like a rogue program.
Yeah, it's like a rogue. It's like the U.S. government is deleting my tweets.
This is Ultron is attacking.
I'm trying to fight the Pentagon. Give them back. No, but then I think like the website just like crashed like a couple months ago because now my tweets don't get deleted anymore. So now I have to manually delete all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Thank God.
I like
You do,
to. I
though.
tweet each one, and it's like, you know, when you go in like a wine mom's house, they have that little thing of sand. And they write like a character in it, and then
Yeah.
blow it away. That's me. I tweet it, and then I look nice at the N word that I tweeted, and then I quick delete it in the hopes that
You're raking a little Pepe into
Yeah.
the sand.
Do you ever do that? You tweet something and then delete it immediately, but someone has already responded it
Yes.
Yes.
to it to be mad at you.
100 times. Yeah.
So it's just them being like, "Why would you tweet this to nothing?"
Yeah.
Shame on you, Brendan.
What are you gonna do an alt account like I'm doing?
Well-
I'm so happy with the alt account.
Your alt account is great.
The alt account is good.
Follow at Morpheus Quotes, by the way. That's Yusef Roach's alternate Twitter account. It's my Twitter account.
You kind of do look like the white Yusef a little bit,
What the fuck?
I don't
You're
see
a
it at all.
but
Chop
you're
your cock
white.
off.
A lot of people give you money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny because I knew that guy. Like, I gave that guy rides home a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And he never made a move. I tried to, you know.
Well, he retweeted a tweet that I had about the N word, and I was like, I like this guy. And then literally the next day, he got canceled.
You think you know a guy.
Yeah. Well, I pointed to him as like, look, there's a socialist who thinks I'm funny.
I wonder if it was just I don't know. Because he seemed like a normal dude, and then he got addicted to like oxys and shit.
Yeah.
So,
And
knows?
heroin, I think, too.
yeah, heroin. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do heroin.
Which I think that means he's more of a rapist. Because if you rape on heroin, you really wanted to rape.
Jesus Christ.
yeah, how'd you even get hard on heroin?
Talk about an internal locus of control. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, he had to take 2 Blue Chew just to sexually assault a woman.
Yeah.
It's so awkward when you're trying to sexually assault someone. You have to make them wait. Like,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on, you're just in the corner pulling on it.
He
No,
turned
I-
a sand timer over.
This never happens.
But yeah, I think what I've been thinking about, because I mean I don't mind tweeting, but I don't like reading it at all. I've realized that just makes me really unhappy. So I'm thinking about going back to, you remember?
Oh, text
Before-
to tweet.
yeah, text to tweet.
40404.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about just
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that. So I have no idea if I'm getting likes, if I'm getting canceled.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
it's
getting
great.
canceled and you're tweeting about your lunch.
Yeah.
Dude, you'll
I want
be
it to be basically just like a paper airplane I throw out the window, and then what happens then?
So you
I don't
just text it to a number and it tweets it for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because your
Okay.
Twitter account's linked through your phone number. So if you text 40404, you can tweet anything.
Oh, wow.
That's like Neo putting the blindfold over himself. No, it really is.
Yeah. Dude, that's impressive.
Right.
Well, I
It's
like
the
the
white
idea-
room
yeah.
with all the guns, but it's just slurs.
Instead of Twitter, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start writing slurs on leaves. And then just, like Forrest Gump, the wind just blows them away, and they go on a journey.
Just blowing at a black kid's feet. Just getting all depressed.
You put a Chinese food menu in a bottle and throw it in the ocean.
I just leave scraps of paper around like an old Chinese man picks it up and he's like, towel head. This doesn't even apply.
Yeah, what is this?
I do like imagining you as like a castaway type situation where you're just throwing things you would have tweeted into the ocean.
They keep finding them. They're like, we wish he'd say where he was. We could save him.
Yeah, you're just on Little St. James. There we go.
Very nice.
A great twist at the end of Castaway. It pulls out.
Yeah, Wilson the volleyball's hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein.
Fucking great.
Wilson's fucking a ping pong ball. It's on the island.
God damn.
Oh man,
What a,
love Lil St. James. You gotta love it.
Yeah, it's a great name, honestly. The Little St. James.
Yeah. The Little St. James.
It sounds like a club kid. It sounds like
Yeah.
It sounds like the guy from Party Monster.
Yeah, it's a midget who goes to Club 54. Oh, it's just Little St. James. He's dressed like the Pope. Damn.
Wow.
You guys weren't ever club kids, were you?
no.
Nah.
No,
Damn.
I
wish I like had that.
I ruined myself so thoroughly with alcohol immediately. I never even got to do like drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm funny because I have done a lot of club drugs, and I still do a lot of club drugs, but I just do them like alone in a living room.
Hell yeah.
That's the way to do
Away
it.
from the distractions.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh wait, you're supposed to go places to get fucked up?
I couldn't imagine it. Like every
Yeah.
time I've done Molly, I'm like, imagine if I was around other people. Like it's so bad.
That's what I don't get when people do like mushrooms or psychedelics and you like watch, Joe Rogan or some like YouTube video about the deep spiritual experience of psychedelic drugs. And then this guy's like, yeah, I was at a fucking Papa Roach concert, dude. Fucking dropped like so much shrooms, man. I was like, oh, fuck. It's like, how are you enjoying yourself? There's no way.
Do you just take Molly in your room and just roll around on the floor?
No,
Do you just
I
thrash
usually,
around.
No, I usually do it like when I do Molly. Like it's usually me and one other person, like hopefully a girl. But
Oh yeah.
I
Not
also,
just a vagrant, just someone you found.
You just think it's a girl. You're just humping your couch.
just an old hobo.
I love it. You understand me, baby.
she always leaves in the morning. I'm like,
Yeah, I did acid with a girl that I thought we were gonna fuck, but then we just both got way too high on the acid, and there was like,
Oh, that's
we,
a nightmare.
We like wanted to, but it's like we feel like the meat in our body too much to have sex right now.
Yeah, it's gross.
Well, I can't imagine just like the after a Tinder fuck where you're just laying there and you're like, who am I? Who is this person? I can't imagine that on acid.
Oh,
the
no
worst
way.
part of having sex on acid is being done having sex and still being on acid for like 6 hours. It's not
Yeah.
fun at all.
Dude, I remember I was camping with buddies and did mushrooms, and my buddy goes back in the woods, and all of a sudden we just hear him from like forever away, just going, "Oh, fucking gross!" And he comes back, I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Dude, my dick is fucking gross. It's gross, man. Like, what the hell?" I'm like, "Oh yeah. You're right. I forgot. Yeah, you can see everything,
Me and
Yeah, I'd better never see my dick high.
dude. It's not fun.
It's not good.
It's no fun.
It's not good because your dick also gets tiny on acid.
it
Like it
does.
goes inside you.
Okay, I always thought
Damn,
that was
I don't
just
know-
me.
No. It's like completely
Really?
goes inside your body.
No
Why
use
is
for
that?
it.
And your balls get huge for some reason.
I'd be afraid I'd be looking down at my micro penis just fractaling.
What if it's just like I take acid, I can look at my dick honestly for the first time in my life because my ego's so withdrawn.
That's the other thing that I
You're
like.
just like, it's fine.
Now it's small. Later, it will not be.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah, it makes your dick shrink.
Oh, Reddit, good.
Yeah, it's
Reddit said so.
But you can still get hard. Like it's
Say
not like
vasoconstrict.
it's not really a vasoconstrictor.
I don't know.
Not like Molly is.
I'd be afraid that I'd take acid, my dick would go inside my body, and I'd realize that's where it belongs.
Yeah. And then you emerge from the trip as a beautiful woman.
No, just
Cassandra.
just a dickless man.
That's how Nanette actually came to be. Is it was just a fat guy who did too much acid and walked out of the bush.
It's just not Australian.
Yeah, listening to like didgeridoo music.
And he just
I
like
will not be a slave to my ego anymore.
We were doing this is on the next podcast, but we were doing Nanette as Bernie Mac, and it was a fun bit. It's like, I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. DJ hit it.
It's a didgeridoo. Yeah. Well, Jason,
Pretty good bit.
I think the LSD probably made your dick shrink because there's no way you'd have that ego loss if you look down at that huge hog. the whole
Yep, that's
time.
right. That's right. My huge hog,
makes sense.
which we talk about too much on the podcast. We
I,
don't need it.
I think it's a big selling point. What, you don't think that's why people listen? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Does Jace have a big dick?
Like, see that Schweppes 2-liter
Well, he's
bottle?
a big man. I'm a small man and I have a small dick, so I
Right.
assume you would have a large dick.
That's just
huge.
science. Yeah.
as a big
Yeah.
man.
Newton discovered that. Yeah.
That's when the guy in Texas goes, come on, man, you're a big fella there. Can I shake your dick? I love to just put my hands around a big man's cock. Come on, man. Can I introduce you to my kids?
Yeah, and I fucked all his kids. Yeah.
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 It was
That-
his honor.
I'll change the subject
ribbon
immediately. I did.
No, let's change it back. I bet that Texas man. I bet he would love to have a gun where the handle is a mold of your dick.
Oh, God, yes.
like it's a Cronenberg movie. Gun dick by David Cronin. It's good for some reason.
Sorry, you're going to change the
You grip that
subject.
dick, that dick grips you back. It's like shaking somebody's hand.
Jason,
No, I was gonna say.
I love it. It's so fun to talk to give you shit about it because you get so uncomfortable.
Yeah, what are you
I think.
uncomfortable about?
Let's just. I
You're
don't
a
want
large
people.
dick man who fucks. Everyone respects.
Really,
What's wrong with that?
he really does.
I just don't want it to become a defining quality. You know what I mean?
Why not?
I just try to get the word out.
Well, my defining quality is small dick, don't fuck.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that is a raw deal.
You're a real motion in the ocean kind of guy, though, right? I hear you got
Oh, yeah.
one hell of a motion.
Yeah, he's
what I
like
hear.
a speedboat over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Hamm got fucking pissed about because everybody's like, "Oh, you have a huge cock," and he's like, he's all bashful about it.
Who cares?
He was so upset. It's
John
like, what?
Hamm like shuffling his one shoe over the ground. Oh God!
Kicking an
Come on.
invisible rock. Knock it off.
It's like, hey, John Hamm. On the bright side, you have a huge cock,
Yeah.
so you have that going for you.
Like, along
also,
with
you're incredibly famous.
Yeah, everything else too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, he's a big alky.
yeah, he is.
Well, he went to
right.
rehab.
I met him in person one time. He was drunk as a skunk. He was
Really?
at hot. He smelled like shit too. Beautiful looking, but he smelled like shit and was just stumbling all over
BO?
the place.
Or like literal shit.
Like literal shit. Like he had shit
Really?
rubbed all over him. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's covered in feces.
Was he in the Mad Men suit, just covered in shit?
I'm here for Letterman.
He goes to that
And he
bar.
fingered me in the hallway too.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't he go to
He
Rustic?
goes that bar robber goes to all the time, and apparently there was one time where he just like crashed his moped like into the bar. He just like got up and said, he like people from the bar came out, like the owner came out, and he was like, "I'm so sorry," and he just like gave him like a wad of cash and walked off. Like got an Uber or something.
Jesus.
That's so badass.
Yeah,
For all the wrong reasons.
I do know there was a comic, Jake Adams, who was a caddy at Riviera, and he said he caddied for Larry David and John Hamm, and John Hamm was just drunk the entire time, and the only thing he said the entire round was he cleaned his ball for him. He goes, clean as a bean, and that's the only thing he said the entire round. And then Larry David kept going, hey, we're playing gimmies if it's inside John's cock, all right? You get to pick it up. If it's inside John's huge cock. And he'd be like, clean as a bean.
I guess that makes sense that he like if you play Don Draper, you can't be a cool guy. Like that is.
Well, he's
Yeah.
a comedy nerd, so you know he's not cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like lame as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have a shopping cart outside our front house. I don't know if you saw that. Now.
I did not,
That's
no.
a new development.
How did that-
I'm worried that a comedian is living outside our house right now.
Oh, so you
Probably.
didn't bring that there.
No, it's not ours. Yeah, it just
Oh,
showed
okay.
up. Yeah.
I used to live on this street in South Philly that it was almost like a curl where you went in and then left and then down two one-way streets and you were just completely no one could see anywhere from it. So people just bring trash. just the apocalypse back there.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just homeless people all the time. One time we just found a big bag of crack on our front step.
Jesus.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you guys smoke it?
Well, my roommate, he opened the door and he's like, "Hey, Coke!" And he picked it up all excited. And he's like, "It's crack," and he threw it back.
Holy shit. Man, that's terrifying.
Jesus. Yeah. I want to smoke crack one time.
I bet you could smoke one time.
Right, one time,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'd get into it. I'm
Yeah.
it'd
Become a real crackhead.
I really would, man. I don't go halfways on that stuff, you know.
Yeah. I'm not a big moderation guy when it comes to anything.
Yeah. Especially crack.
You'd be hitting like your crack pipe on your one-hitter cage.
I put crack in the one hitter. That would be good. Oh man, we got to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm
Brendan, when did
smoking
you-
crack on this podcast next week.
Yeah, Kevin was trying to be like, if we get to a certain amount of reviews, we'll do acid on the pod.
I was trying to be like, I thought that was your idea.
Well,
That was
I
my
said-
idea.
It was Ben's idea, but I was like, let's do it when we get 500 reviews. And Kevin's like, what about 47?
I said 69. If we can get to 69 reviews, we'll
Yeah.
do
We
it.
were already at
You
like
have to-
70 when you said that.
but you know, like written reviews.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Right.
Officially written reviews.
if you guys all
Like
did
like in
one
a
tab-
newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's not crazy. I've done
Yeah.
a lot of things on acid.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying if you all did like one tab,
Yeah.
you'd be able to carry a conversation.
No, we'd be fine, I
It'd
think.
be great. We
It'd be
just-
a little Joe Rogan-y, but, you know.
God
I'm pretty
forbid.
sure I'd go fucking out of my mind insane. I'm pretty sure.
No way.
Yeah. I'm always like on the edge. Like I don't know if my mind is gonna snap at some point.
Have you had psychotic breaks like in the past?
No, but like my mushroom experience is like I literally like go to hell and like see the devil and there's
On-
like like it's bad.
Wow,
It's not.
Oh, I
good.
shouldn't do
man.
mushrooms then.
No, mushroom.
What were you
I've
like when
never
you
had
drank?
a bad mushroom trip.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
It's always been positive for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, but you have a good brain, Nick. As you
Hey, thank
so
you.
often say.
Thanks for conceding, dude.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah.
But what were you like when you drank? Were you like mean or weird?
Both.
Yeah.
Really weird and really mean. So people were confused and hurt.
Okay.
You
So it
weren't
was-
that mean.
Well, you weren't mean to people. You were mean to, like, existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, you were just mean to life in front of you. Like, it wasn't like you sought somebody out to be mean to you. You were just,
Right.
like, weirdly aggressive.
Yeah, I would get really, really intense.
Right.
And tell people like how I really felt about them.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Like, and
yeah.
then the next day they'd be like, "Yeah, last night you were telling me I was a piece of shit." It was like so funny. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
"Oh,
was-
that I don't think that at all about you. I think you're great."
We drove up to Portland to do the worst shows I've ever done in my whole life. That city is fucking bullshit.
But Salem, Oregon was
Salem
fucking
was
great.
fantastic.
You were opening for Ron Funch's son.
Yeah, basically. Frank Funches.
Frank Funch's.
Well, didn't you? I heard from Yusef that he's very funny.
Yeah, the kid's very funny. Yeah, much funnier than his dad.
But Ben, I mean, towards the end of the trip, Ben was getting so fucked up that he threw a hamburger at me and kept calling me a pussy.
And I stole that hamburger.
He did steal a hamburger.
We were in a restaurant. I picked the hamburger up and I said, "Fucking run!" And I just pulled it out.
and I'm just
off
like,
of someone's
Jesus
plate.
Christ.
I respect that. We just did that. We got kicked out of a bar 2 weekends ago, or no, it was a brewery. We got kicked out of a brewery because I was just like I started eating somebody else's hot wings.
Yeah.
And then I did Chinese face so aggressively, like would not stop that like a man came up from behind us and was like, "You guys have to leave."
Well, you drink weird. We're like, you had like 3 beers. You're just playing with broken glass.
yeah, well, because we were.
Tom's just like, sorry.
Well, I was playing with broken glass because we were breaking glasses.
Tom's whispering to me. He's just like, "Don't look at him play with the glass. He wants us to look at him."
You're like a drunk orphan.
But that was great. That was one of the best hours of my life.
That is a thing, man. Like we used to hang out with a big group of dudes, and they were big drinkers, and I was a weed smoker, and so they were all just like, fuck you, the fucking world, and I'm gonna my dick's 7 feet long." And they're just like very aggressive and like excited and confident, and I'd be smoking weed. Like, why don't you guys just so mean, man? Like, just chill out. Like, come give me a hug, bro. And they're like, "Fuck you." And then I decided to get drunk one night, and so I'm drinking, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, fuck you guys."
Yeah.
Like there's something. It feels good.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't drink often enough. I really should start drinking more.
Right, that would really help you.
I really do. You know, I got to add it to the list.
Let's make an agreement. We're all gonna drink a lot
Yeah.
starting today.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Nick, did you relapse in Joshua Tree? Was
No,
that
no,
you?
no, that was Sean. Sean relapsed.
Oh,
Sean,
yeah.
Sean openly, he was like, we're going to Joshua Tree so that I can relapse. And we're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we,
That's what you're
we didn't stop him.
supposed to do, right? When your friend's an alcoholic, you help
Yeah.
him back onto the wagon.
Sean had been sober like over a year, and what happened? His
Sean
engagement
who?
Oh
broke
yeah,
off?
our friend Sean Preston, really
Okay.
funny comic from
Funny, great
Philly.
dude.
Yeah, his I don't know if they were actually engaged. I think they were. Anyway, his girlfriend broke up with him, so he flew out to California after like quitting his job. You know, in an ill-advised.
Quit his job. I'm gonna drink in the desert, and we supervised. It was a nice time.
It was safe.
That's
It was a
great.
safe environment.
It is kind of like a safe relapse. You know, it's like in Holland where they have those places you can shoot up heroin, like, and there's doctors watching you.
I want a place I can go one weekend a year, and it's just like. It's like a bar crawl of like, but it's a fake street. It's like Truman Show where everyone else is actors and nothing can happen.
Right, the whole street is covered in like mattresses and pillows.
That's
You have a
great.
fake car that they let you pretend you're driving. It's just VR. You're running over kids and shit.
Yeah, God, I miss drunk driving.
It's the fucking best.
It really is the best.
You
dude.
feel like the movie Drive.
You really do. You really do.
Yeah.
You're just going to Sheets and you're like, hell yeah, I made it.
Dude, I remember like when Robert and I were driving. Oh man, I shouldn't tell this story. Actually, never mind. I shouldn't tell it at all.
I'll pivot.
Yeah,
Well,
back in
remember-
Texas, there was so much drunk driving that me and my friend one time, he was driving my car to Walmart to get chili because we were that drunk, and
You're like, I need chili immediately.
yeah, like it's Pulp Fiction. Like I'm gonna die if I don't get chili in my heart. I just inject it through a syringe.
Yeah.
But it was
Goddamn, the con carne's too thick. he's gonna die.
But Texas is like so empty and drunk driving is so encouraged that we were driving on this like empty 4-lane road, like not a highway but like close to it, and he just goes, "Hey, watch this shit," and did a 180 in my car going like 45 miles an hour. Like we just spun out on the highway, and then he's like, "Ah, man, that was fucked up," and then like, started driving normal after that.
When you say encouraged, do you mean like by the government?
Yeah, there's actually a
Are there
federal
PSAs?
grant. Yeah. It's like Alaska, where if you live there, you get $2,000 free a year. It's like that if you drink and drive. Yeah. They buy you a cow every year.
Well, I remember one time you guys were telling me that you're like, oh yeah, everybody drinks and drives in Texas.
They
Like,
do?
They just do constantly. And I was like laughing, like, "Hey, a great bit." And you're like, "No, seriously,
No,
Like,
really.
Everybody all day is drunk, so they drive around."
If
I'm
you
like,
hit, if you hit somebody and kill them, they're also drunk driving. So it's not bad to do.
Right.
Yeah, actually.
Texas sounds great.
The police come and they just say fair, and they keep driving.
Yeah, our little brother got pulled over one time with like whiskey in his truck, and the cops just called my dad and had him pick him up. That was it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, what a well,
And then he shot an unarmed black teen 20 minutes later for waving at him too aggressively.
Ultimately, I want to say a good cop. I think that the good outweighs the bad.
yeah.
We don't know what it's like to
Yeah.
be in his shoes, you know.
Look.
We don't know.
We only saw that 10 minutes of dash cam footage of him shooting the game. We don't know the other 23 hours.
Yeah. Yep.
He actually couldn't see the dash cam because his robe was covering the camera.
The cop was in a row.
Yeah, he was in a robe and a hood, and it was covering the camera up. Yeah, it's good.
When are we
times.
going to become cops?
Man, I've thought about it, honestly.
As a
'Cause, I mean,
backup,
comedy's no good. We got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
you
done
need
with
somewhere
that.
you have some real power. Or
Yeah.
when you say shut up, they
No,
shut up.
that's how we win comedy back. Because we're like, all right, you guys don't want us to do comedy anymore. We're all becoming cops. They're like,
Yeah.
wait, no, all right, you can have your podcast.
I think it'd just be dope to have your job be to tell somebody to shut that fucking dog up. This is my job, ma'am.
Yeah. I was telling you guys one time, but me and Luke, do you know Luke Moniz?
I don't.
He's a New York comic. He's like 6'7". We're both like giant.
Great guy.
And we used to do this bit where it'd be in a dark club, like an empty club, and we just like pull the flashlight on our phone and like walk straight up to somebody and shine in their eyes. We go, "Hands! Show me your fucking hands!"
That's a good bit.
Yeah, it's a good. We only did it to women.
Yep.
It was a good bit.
Oh, and you said tits instead of
Women-
hands.
Show me your tits.
Look, women like to be scared. It's a
They do.
It's the
deep down, it's a
dance.
thrill for them.
Yep.
Relationships are like a roller coaster. You know, you go up, down. Sometimes you die.
Scare them, you know, hold them against their will. You know, it's like a roller
You
coaster.
have to
you
hold
know?
them upside down for 3 hours.
Yeah. You know,
They appreciate being on the ground again.
lock their lap down with an arm bar. You know, it's just just like a roller coaster.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Oh man.
You have to take all their belongings and lock them up.
So have you guys?
I have a lot of pictures of them screaming that I didn't pay for.
Them screaming as you splash water on their face.
Yeah, it's like the Guantanamo photo of me giving the thumbs up with a cigarette out of my mouth. But I got a big dip in, so I made it my own thing. That's good shit.
So you guys have been, doing like this a real bad boy podcast for a while now, right? How long?
A little over a year.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
60 episodes, something like that.
We're waiting to get canceled. We've been saying since the beginning that this is a summer of getting canceled. Have you guys gotten?
We
any
were
flack?
trying to get canceled.
we got a
actually.
little-
Did you guys get canceled a
Yeah,
little bit?
we didn't though.
There were people within our podcast network, the parent companies, who were unhappy that we were supporting our friend who got fired from SNL.
Not management, right?
Yeah.
Just other contributors for the site.
Can we say the
they-
site, or do you want to?
Well, I
fuck
mean,
it, why not?
We're
It's
on
on
the
the-
Hard Times Network. People
Right.
know. But other and this is not. I love the Hard Times, and the management is very nice to me. But
Right.
other
Very
contributors
good.
to the site were saying that I was complicit in racism.
It's funny how lame you can be and be the Gigi Allen of comedy. Now.
Yep.
Yes.
The gay guy Allen.
Gay guy Allen, that's right. Mhm.
Yeah, but I mean, like nothing.
The SS Allen.
I don't know. When we started doing this, we were kind of worried, but I mean, we just kept doing it. Nothing happened. We got picked up by a network. Nothing appears to be. There don't appear to be any consequences.
It's really hard to get canceled on a podcast. Like, it's almost amazing that Shane was canceled.
Well, my theory is audio only, though. If you're audio only, it's much harder to get canceled. If it's video, then
'cause-
people clip that and share that.
Nobody clicks on when you see just the audio bar, and nobody clicks that shit.
No,
you
Yeah.
click
no one
the
does.
YouTube link.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a trip
So-
you can get in trouble for talking the way everyone talks.
Yeah.
When they're not being recorded. It's pretty surprising. But what are you gonna do? By the way, did you notice
Yeah.
Ben's frog over here?
I have
Oh,
a Peppy.
That's a good frog.
Oh, that's great, dude. I love how much you've embraced alt-right meme culture.
That's right.
I don't. I do not.
I saw you tweeting just video clips from the Prince of Zimbabwe.
Yeah. This is actually going to be like, you remember that lizard guy from Ripley's Believe It or Not? The
Oh, yeah.
tattoo guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's going
yeah.
to be that, but he's going to become a groiper one day.
Just he's got implants behind his eyes. Just like
Big ass eyes. He's got big red lips and green, neon green skin. He's gained 85 pounds.
he has his ears surgically removed.
He constantly has like a star field above him.
Yeah. You're going to have like Feels Good Man tattooed on your face, like the Jared Leto Joker.
In the meme font, so that he looks like a meme. So that when he takes his
Yeah,
shirt
he has,
off, he
he has
looks like
top text on his forehead and bottom text on his chest.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm imagining just Ben in the movie Memento, but he looks down at a tattoo on his arm and it says, "Don't say slurs in public." He just keeps forgetting.
But it says the slurs on it, so it's just, someone's just reading it over his shoulder.
It's just a list of slurs to not say. It's all over my body.
Right. You're running from the cops. It's like, it says, "Don't say them."
You constantly have Google glasses on that are just flashing words to not say.
You just wake up in a hotel room with no memory of anything. You take your shirt off. There's just a big rice hat on your chest. Like, what is this? Like, put all the pieces together.
Yeah. Me and Ben, maybe the funnest we had a couple months ago was we just went to Chinatown in LA and we saw a bunch of rice hats being sold. And we just, because we're also pussies, like over the course of 10 minutes, we talked each other into just putting them on. We're like, just go do it. It'll be fine.
But recently, somehow, I've never searched for a rice patty hat, but Amazon just recommended one to me, and I was like, all right, well, good call, but
Is it called a rice patty hat?
yeah,
isn't it?
I think so.
Man, I thought it was just a rice hat.
Is it because you were looking at? I think it's Rice Farmer hat. I'm pretty sure.
But the
it's
rice
for
farmers,
rice farmers.
They're rice patties. That's what like the farms.
Oh
are.
right.
For some reason, rice patty hat sounds more racist to me. I don't know why.
Yo, rice patty hat, motherfucker.
Brendan, it's probably because you were I bet $100 right now.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you were looking at katanas on Amazon.
That's Ben. This all right. I have to. It's not the same culture, dude. We had so many.
It was probably either that or we made a sketch where I bought a Confederate hat.
Oh, there you go.
It could have been that. Where they're just like, oh, well, this guy likes racist things that are on Amazon. So
Ben, people still message me about your episode where you talk about loving Chinese culture and then name exclusively Japanese things.
That's very accurate.
Oh, did I really do that?
Yes,
I'm trying
really.
to think.
I remember
So I was
you
like,
guys were recording that, and I hear you. I was upstairs, and I hear you yelling my name, and I'm like, I come down, I'm like, what? You're like, can you do get a Chinese guy on the podcast real quick? I'm like, all right, let me get canceled for 15 seconds of a podcast episode I'm on.
you scurried away. You said it. You just tail between your legs.
Right. I drove down to the police station, turned myself in.
I like to turn myself in for thought crime.
so even your fans were like trying to cancel me in the DMs.
No, they weren't trying to. They weren't trying to cancel you. They were just like, he knows that like kimonos are Japanese garb, which I called you out for, and apparently the cats are too.
But I will say this: at the Chinese restaurant, they made me wear a fucking kimono.
But okay.
Wait, did you really wear a kimono
I've
at
been
that job?
brainwashed by these people.
But they call it a kimono. The other thing is Chinese food, American Chinese food is not Chinese food. So when you were like, I love China, it's my favorite food. It's like you've never had Chinese food.
But I've known many Chinese people, and they're very anti-Semitic.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're getting hung up on the wrong details of the story.
I forgot that. I didn't think about that.
You know nothing about the culture. You think it's all hats and swords. It's anti-Semitism
That is very
at
true.
its core.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was talking to Kasim Rahman about this, and he was saying something about like trying to like being on the SNL side of the whole Shane thing. And I go, yeah, but he's a black guy. I'm like, you really think about it?
Kazim?
Yeah. I mean, can you believe it? I go, but think about it. You know, it's not that bad. I mean, who says the N word more than Asian people? And he's like, I'm on your side.
It's
like-
real. It totally is.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I've been in a restaurant before. You
Right.
know?
Well, Asians have
I've been in a corner store.
Yeah, they have a very weird relationship with black people because their parents all were racist towards them. Like if you look at like the Rodney King riots and stuff, like
Oh yeah,
Well,
sniper
those
rifles.
were actually all just Chinese
They were all on the
restaurant
roofs
owners.
picking them off.
But that was Korean, right?
Yeah.
well, I mean, whatever.
What are you doing?
Wait, you were just calling me out, and now I'm calling him.
Well, if you go on like the gun subreddit, roof Korean is like a fun slang. Yeah, like Korean guys will post pictures of them with guns and be like going up on my roof, and everyone upvotes.
That reminds me, I got banned from r/vaping this morning. That's a real thing that
Dude, I have a
happened.
theory that like they're purging all the incel subreddits. I think that there's like
Yeah.
a coordinated like media. I think they're trying to turn the Joker into a mass shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
There's
they,
only 100%
well,
are.
Instagram took down my Joker article for Hard Times.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a real war on incels right now. It's time for incels to rise up. Rise up, incels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
If only
realize.
they had an imitatable hero to model himself.
Yeah, it's like the
Well,
Million
yeah.
Man March, but it's just a million rascal scooters.
Well, I mean, I think that the Joker movie, it should be screened in like gymnasiums for free, like when they'd have basketball to keep gang members off the street.
Yeah.
Well, it was like in school, like when my teacher showed us Saving Private Ryan. He's like, all right, now this movie is R-rated, but it's important.
Yeah.
They did that in high school, but they just showed us the Romeo and Juliet with like a 15-year-old's tits in it.
Oh yeah, that's
That was
right.
real
really?
weird.
Which Romeo and Juliet is that?
Is it the one from
Streaming
the
anywhere?
'60s, the old one?
Yeah, that actress is like 15, and then they told us that, like, they gave us they're like, now there is nudity in this, but it's very important to the story. And I'm like, well, it wasn't in the play.
Jesus.
Did she have big natties?
She had big ones.
She had big tits.
Which Romeo and Juliet is this?
It's the one.
No.
It was the first time I remember, like, because we watched it in school too, and it was the first time I remember being really turned on by a woman who I realized probably wasn't alive anymore, or at least like did not look like that.
Dude, that's a trip.
That's
a
it was the
trip.
only footage I'm able to jack off to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Lil Romeo and Juliet. He's like, shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's how little Romeo talks.
titties, Juliet.
Damn, shoot me out in the window. Let me see that ass. You were the east, and that ass is like fire emoji. I wish I had a gun to kill myself.
Oh no,
that would be
guns?
great.
that was solid.
I'm seeing the Joker tomorrow. I got to get a gun.
Yeah. I'm
Are
gonna
you
miss it.
are you honestly worried about going, or do you think there's just going to be no shootings?
Well, the
whatsoever?
only reason I'm worried is because I accidentally, the article about the Joker that I wrote, I named the exact theater that I'm actually going to go see it. And it has my name on it. So I realized, like, when I saw Instagram taking it down, I was like, I wonder if, like, AMC is going to be aware of this in any way.
Right? Do you think you get like flagged once you like show up to the theater?
Well, my friend bought my ticket. I'm going to Venmo him.
you're
But
fine.
just like you walking in, they see you.
They see me.
Is there any more tickets left?
I'm sure there are.
I kind of want to see this.
There have to be.
We'll bring the 360 cam.
Well, we were saying that like 8 weeks into the run, we're gonna go during the day and just like podcast quietly in the back.
record our own Joker
Great.
commentary?
Great, idea.
This is like the modern version of Cape Fear. Is two podcasters in the front row of the Joker screening,
Yeah, you and Brendan just dipping like on people's heads, just like spitting into their popcorn.
blowing vape smoke
The
everywhere.
Joker had better have a podcast in this movie.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
first
yeah.
podcast.
He actually goes on Marin. That's his king of comedy. Just trying to get in the garage.
It's so funny. Like the Joker, it's like the
He
Joker.
just kidnaps one of Mark Maron's cats, like duct tapes it to a chair.
It's like the most relevant movie because it's like by all means he's like an upstanding figure of society. He's neurodiverse or whatever. Apparently, he takes care of his mom. Hell, he has a black girlfriend, but he
Ooh.
gets
Woke Bay, the Joker.
woke Bay the Joker. But it all comes to an end when the media gets their hands on a video of him doing jokes.
That's
Now,
beautiful.
what does neurodiverse mean? I haven't heard that one
That's,
yet.
you're mentally retarded. You're,
Oh, okay.
But it's good.
Right. Okay. it's
good for you to be like that.
The X-Men. It's a mutation.
Yeah.
yeah.
neurodiverse?
Yeah, it's like, you know, some people can like an X-Men's power is like being able to like see your skeleton, and I just can't tell what face you're making. That's my super.
I'm unaffected by emotional pleas.
he is autistic.
I wish I was autistic real bad. That'd be nice.
It sucks.
Are you actually autistic?
No, I think I've poisoned my brain with irony, and now I just can't like have a good conversation with anyone I meet.
A serious
Like, at all.
conversation.
Get offline. It helps.
Yeah, I mean, getting offline. I lost my phone for like 4 days, and like my anxiety levels went down by like 85%. Like the phones just caused the
Oh,
the
yeah.
mental
Yeah,
illness.
your phone
for
actually
sure.
ran away because of what you're Googling all day. It's like the brave little toaster, but it's trying to escape.
I've been trying to think through how to get rid of my phone, and like no version of it works. Where I'm like, okay, but then I'd still need to like occasionally look something up, so I'll have an iPad in my car. So
Right.
It's like on 3, and then
Yeah.
just like so now I also have to have a GPS or something. It's
Yeah,
too
there's
many
no
things.
escape,
Do
really.
do what I did. Well, I was bad. I was like a deadbeat, and I couldn't pay my phone bill. Now that's not a problem, but I just like after my phone bill lapsed, I just have a phone that has no cell service now, and I can only use
Yeah.
it when there's Wi-Fi. But there's a lot of like public Wi-Fi all around.
Yep.
And so I just like when I'm on the train, I have to just like be on the train.
Yeah. Well, I think eventually they're going to have Wi-Fi everywhere. I think that's Elon Musk's whole thing.
Is Wi-Fi everywhere?
Yeah, Wi-Fi everywhere. That's the program.
He wants to be watching big anime titties in
Yeah.
every single part of the
Well,
U.S.
he watches Norbit 9 times a day.
Yeah,
So he's
but
trying to
he
get
doesn't own it. He streams it.
Yeah, in 4K.
He always
actually.
rents. He refuses to buy it.
But he always goes over his data, so he's trying to get.
yeah.
I rewatched Norbit. A lot of laughs, honestly. Kind of pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, very funny, solid. Yeah, he's got everything's already approved by the Federal Communications Committee and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, with the Wi-Fi thing?
Yeah, he's going to be launching up essentially just a bunch of satellites to create this mesh network that's gonna.
Is it going to be free for everybody? Is you going to have to subscribe or like?
I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty cheap though.
Damn.
I don't
But you
want
do
this.
get the U2 album automatically.
Yeah, I can't wait to have the U2 album just in my brain.
Dude, when I worked at the Apple store, people would come in fucking furious, like old men. Like I remember because the photo. You guys remember the art on the front of the YouTube
Is he
album?
hugging a pregnant lady?
No,
Songs of Innocence
It's
or
like
something?
it's a man with his shirt off and another man putting his head to like hugging him, like putting his head on his stomach.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember old men going, "Hey, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for no gay shit on my fucking phone. Take it off.
What does you two mean? I'm gay too? Yeah, motherfucker.
Dude, just furious. People would flip out.
That was how you could tell. This is when you knew when Tim Cook took over. That was the first thing.
What is this album, Hot Dog Swallowers? What is this? For free? I get it. I appreciate it, but this is gross.
Why don't you put the new Limp Biscuit on it, huh, motherfucker? Some ICP, huh, fuckface?
I would accept that.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit played the Troubadour like 6 months ago, and I was so mad I couldn't get tickets. I wanted to go so fucking
Oh, they were
badly.
$1.
They were $1, yeah.
They
Did you-
sold out instantly.
They sold out within 10 seconds. It
Yeah.
was insane.
Did you see Fred Durst's new movie? About
No, I heard it's terrible.
You know what? It's not. It's super watchable. It's not a train wreck.
Okay.
I'm down to watch that.
Yeah,
It's just
it's-
about a stalker, right?
No, he's autistic. He's explicitly autistic.
Ooh.
And, have you because it's John Travolta. He's got like a bowl cut and he always wears a. But he's dressed like Brandon Wardell the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
He's just trying to hang out with Drake the whole movie.
Well, yeah, kinda. That's literally basically he's like obsessed with this guy, and then he like breaks into his home and tries to kill him.
No,
'Cause he's
that's
obsessed
great.
with him.
That's
I do
awesome.
love John Travolta. I think he's great in movies because he's such a weirdo that it just makes the role so much better.
Yeah, I mean,
He's really not that weird.
his son just died.
He's just in Scientology and he's gay. And so people are like, he has some dark.
Yeah,
deep-
that's
like he
weird,
just
dude.
wants to fuck men.
Well, it's
not
weird
like
that a
a
guy-
creepy-
It's very simple.
It's very simple.
It's weird that a guy in 2019 would be that weirdly closeted. You know what I mean?
Well, because Scientology
Scientology.
owns his ass.
Yeah, he has to be straight.
I guess, yeah. It's also funny. I went
Yeah,
on
if,
his.
if they catch him being gay, they're gonna put him in space.
They throw him into the volcano.
That's true.
I was on his Instagram recently, and he's now just being bald in public, like shaved head, bald.
Yeah.
But it was over last New Year's. He posted. He goes, "New Year, new me. I'm going to start shaving all the hair off my head." Like he was pretending that he's just not a bald man who's accepting it now. He's pretending that he has a full head of hair that he shaves every single day.
God, that's so funny.
It's just insane.
I want to be that
He
rich
looks
that just no one gives me any perspective ever.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
amazing how out of touch he is. That it's like it's okay to be bald, man. Nobody fucking gives a shit.
He was bald in a movie. And it was like fine. He looked good.
Yeah, he looks good with a shaved head.
He's also been in public bald. Like there's many photos of him
Dude,
bald.
this looks like he had scalp reconstruction surgery. Like he got plates shifted and moved around.
It looks like he
He had his
bald
fucking
cap.
Pangea broke up. He really did though. I think because
He
his
got
head
that-
should be way fucking bigger than that.
Well, he got that Phineas Gage surgery to try and not be gay anymore. Was that lobotomy? Yeah. I named the guy was invented after, not the actual medical term for it.
I want to get
Huge
surgery. I want my skull on the
such
outside.
a big cock, Jason. Oh my god.
Brendan, you were saying?
I was saying,
so you want like your eyeballs behind your skull? Like,
I want my skull to be on the outside and the skin inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Every time you see your skin, you get grossed out.
And then I'm just going to grind mics.
Hell yeah.
Just the wind hurts your face.
just listening to Rob Zombie from mic to mic.
Just you, dude. You walking up to somebody at a mic with your entire skull exposed, being like, "So you get up? You get up tonight?" Yeah, it's all about that grind, man. Like your eye falls out. Jesus
just spit
Christ.
coming out of your mouth because you have
Someone-
no
yeah.
lips.
Someone just walks into the fourth wall and sees me. Ah! I'm just a ghoul.
Well, no one can tell what race you are
That's true. So
could
I can
say
say
any-
it.
unless they measured the size of your skull.
Oh wow! Wow! This is why Ben got sober.
That's right. I'm lightning quick. Now.
Yeah, but it would be funny to still see like doing terrible stand up at fourth wall mics. Like you're going up, you're like, you know what? I know what you're thinking. Yes, I've had some work done, ladies and gentlemen.
Or I think it'd be funnier of just me in the front row while someone else is bombing.
Like they think they've gone to hell.
They look at me. There's just no read on how I'm enjoying it.
I would love Brendan and Nick's take on this. Do you guys? We watched a bunch of videos on simulation theory last night.
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Are you guys into that at all? Do
I
you
can
think
get
we're
in-
like in a hell timeline or anything?
I can get into anything. Well, in simulation theory, you mean how? You mean like this is we're running
Like we're in a
simulation?
computer
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, fucking probably. Why not? Like, where are the aliens? That's like literally one
Yeah.
of my biggest
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing that kind of sold me on it was just the fucking math. Like I got geeked out because they were essentially saying if there is the chance of life, other life out there, and then all the planets, and okay, if you look at that, and then the chances of life, it's like 1 to 1 billion or whatever. I don't know the real numbers, but and then the fact that you're in a simulation is possible because most advanced civilizations want to do simulations.
Right.
So it was like just the numbers alone.
Yeah,
it's
this
like,
is the thing that fucks me up.
yeah, they're going based on that. You have essentially like a 1 in
Right. Well,
one in
they're saying if
5
there's
chance
like,
or
let's say
something.
hypothetically in the entire universe, there's 1 million simulations running.
Yeah.
The odds that this is the one that isn't a simulation, this is base reality, is now 1 to 1 million.
Yeah.
basically.
Are we currently like running simulation? I guess that's my only thing. Is like, do we have evidence of that in our own?
Well-
that's the only problem is we don't have the computing power for it. You would need a computer like the size of the Earth, which hypothetically you can
No,
build.
they said it would have to be the size of like a mall.
Yeah. But also,
of
That could-
America?
You
But-
fucking dumbass.
but here's what's fucked about
Which
that.
is
Like,
still really big, Jace.
Yeah, no, Kevin was fucking geeked out. He couldn't even watch.
Whoa,
but this is
man.
assuming that like the people who are running our simulation have to obey the laws of our reality. Like we're all like, it's
Right, that's
doesn't it
true.
seem strange?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. The real reality could just be computers are all the size of malls. Who knows?
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean,
And we all did
like,
acid before we did this podcast.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
I don't know. Like a year ago, I had like a manic episode, and I thought I could see pixels in the sky.
Really?
So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was definitely just mental illness. Like, what I'm saying is, you could definitely convince me of this theory.
You know
Right.
what? Don't do mushrooms.
Yeah.
Hey, Brendan,
don't.
we're very don't do it.
Yeah,
we're
you
very
shouldn't.
similar. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
Mushrooms
Don't
is
do it.
for
It's
like
just not for us.
Yeah, mushrooms is
no.
for like me and Kevin. I feel like very emotional creatures to
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
cry all the feeling, just crap all the feelings.
Yeah, you
out.
just stay home and watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll be out doing the mushrooms.
I just looked at a portrait of my family on mushrooms, and I watched them all grow old and die in a span of 10 seconds, like in a time lapse. And then they would get younger again. I'd be like, "Oh, they're back," and then they would get old again and then die. Like, and then I'd be like, "Oh, fuck!" And
What
then-
did I die of?
No, it's just like everyone aged, like in
Oh.
like Indiana Jones when the guy like ages really
I
quickly.
thought you saw me.
their
like,
skulls
slip
were
a
on the
bar.
outside.
Yeah, their skulls were on the outside.
I did
Yep.
stand up when I was coming down off of mushrooms, and
Yeah.
it did not go well at all.
I can imagine
Really a
that.
mistake.
Dude,
I did stand up on Adderall one time, and that was great. I was just screaming at people. It was fantastic.
God, I miss 4 drinks stand up. That was the peak of my ability.
It's
Yep.
great.
Oh.
It's fantastic. It really is.
Yeah, I did mushrooms and then did a set at the Belly Room.
Oh,
which
shit.
was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
but I just went on autopilot and did old shit, and then when I got off stage, everybody's like, "You a good set or whatever," and then they're like, "Are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Are you like freaking out?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm on mushrooms right now." They're like, "You fucking retard! Why would you do
Yeah,
that?"
you
I'm
went
like,
on stage
Just
and-
wanted to see if I could, man.
You went on stage and you had the Tyler Creator black eyes just because you were so high.
Ben, I want to ask you this. So you said you freaked out at mushrooms. This is the thing about having a bad mushroom trip that I don't get. Did you forget that you took mushrooms?
So I've tried to explain this to you 100 times. You can't.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have, and you like don't get it. You're like, well, if I trip mushrooms with you, I can explain to you that you're on mushrooms and what you're perceiving is not reality. I'm like, when I'm on mushrooms, I'm like, what is time? I don't understand. What is a
Really?
job? Please explain to me
So
how
you-
these things work. I don't things.
forget
I go
that you
from
took
3D to 2D. I've gone from 3D to 2D in mushrooms.
Right.
I think this
Like,
makes
it's
sense.
terrifying.
If
Two
we have the
dicks?
same kind of brain, like with alcoholism and shit, like just smoking weed for me has always felt so much more intense than anyone describes.
Well, but here's
I can't
but here's
smoke
the thing.
weed.
I can't smoke weed either. Weed puts me in a place where I don't feel in control of myself, but I can do hallucinogens. I actually like. I don't want to get all gay on the podcast and talk
Please,
about how
no,
it
you
can
can
help my life.
This is the brain jail part of the podcast. You
Yeah,
can
we,
get gay.
we do have flashing lights in the studio. Feel free. It's like,
I mean, it was a real thing, like, because I've done a lot of acid. The most acid I ever did was like 6 tabs, and it was
Jesus Christ.
and it was really, really bad. But it was one of those things where, like, and I've had like the death trip where I convinced myself that whatever I took was because it wasn't always pure acid. Sometimes you're getting like DOX or
Yeah.
research chemicals, and where you come to terms with the fact that you're gonna die and people are gonna find your body
Yeah.
while you're on acid. It's like a very real thing, and then you don't. And it puts everything in perspective after that in a really meaningful way. I think it also taught me like anxiety management, like learning how to just like count down a trip
Yeah.
Right.
when it's
Yeah.
when it's too strong. Just being
Well,
able to like wait the hours out.
The first time I took mushrooms, it was the first hallucinogen I ever did. I went with Noah into the woods and we did a god dose. And
What is that?
It's like we just took a fistful of like mushrooms.
You're not
each.
even sure of the number.
We're not even sure the number because we're idiots.
it's
We
a little
just-
more than an eighth of mushrooms.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we took like maybe like a 1.58.
Yep. I
Yeah.
call it a black woman dose because God is a black woman.
Yeah, we did a Maya Angelou dose. I know why the cage bird sings because it ain't woke.
That's right.
No, I had some horrific visions, some beautiful visions, but then I had the same thing where I literally thought I had died and gone to heaven, and I kept. This is very gay, but I was literally crying, like weeping, and I was saying to Noah, I was like, "We died 1,000,000 years ago, man. We fucking died 1,000,000 years ago." And it sounds hack, but to me,
No,
it was
that
like the
shit's
most
awesome.
beautiful thing in the world. And then just realizing that, and then also when I was coming down, my ego was so reduced that I could look at myself and be like, oh, this is a bad quality about you. This is another bad quality about you. This is how
Yeah.
you lead to a lot of unhappiness. I realized like 5 new things about myself that I never been able to kind of see because of these ego defenses that were up.
Yeah, I
Did that
And then
last
me and
or
Noah
did
had
it,
gay sex.
hell yeah.
did you keep the realizations or do they kind of fade?
I do think it sounds
do.
hacky, but I think like there was a real time before and after I did mushrooms that one first time because it started me on a path where I started to get a lot healthier. Like from that, I started to get to a place where I could eventually start going to therapy, and like there's been a lot of growth that was kind of initiated by that huge
Yeah.
mushroom trip.
I remember the first time I did it, and I still have these bad qualities to an extent, but like I was a very envious, jealous person. Like, and I remember the first time I tripped, like the day after, immediately, those feelings dissipated, and like, and I, obviously something I still struggle with, but like in a major way, I had like
Yeah.
a perspective shift.
It
Yeah.
really does like rewire your brain. It's almost like you did a virus
Yeah,
like, scan.
Brendan, I will say, even if you have a bad trip, you come out on the other side like appreciating life, and you come away with a lesson where you're like, oh, I need to be nicer to people. I need to be more kind, or just something like that.
And you also carry an energy like it's like it's all hack talking about it, but it's like that Bill Hicks into the Bill Hicks special. Like it's just a ride.
Yeah.
That's why I like doing it every once in a while because I just remember it's like, oh yeah, it's all fucking fake. Like everything I was
Yeah.
worried about, it's like it's all this fucking fake simulation game that I'm getting caught up in. That's not real, you know.
And I will say, weed actually fucking rocks if you just smoke it like every day for like 5 days straight.
No, that's true.
By the 6th day, you can handle being high, and then it's awesome. But then if you don't smoke for like 24 hours and you try to smoke again, it's back to the panic, paranoia, anxiety shit.
I disagree with that.
I don't get enough out of the drug to even.
Yeah,
like-
for weed does like nothing but make me anxious. That's all it does now.
I feel the opposite, Ben. Like if I smoke weed periodically, like when it's supposed to be a good time and I'm not just on my way to work or something, like it's fun. But then if I smoke all the time, then I start getting real paranoid. I start freaking out. I start thinking Jason's trying to fuck me
Well, I mean-
constantly. Well, I start being aware that Jason's trying to fuck me constantly.
yeah,
Third
I'm
eye's
just like
open.
I'm dressed like Bugs Bunny as a woman. Thank you, Kevin.
I remember I was in the woods the first time I did mushrooms, and we saw this couple that was like walking down a path, like we were off the path and like kind of out of their eyesight, and just being like, "Man, it's hot. Like, why are we wearing clothes?" And then I was like, I saw this couple as a good looking lady and a good looking man. I fucking wearing clothes. It's so pathetic. And then I was like, why the hell is people wearing? Everybody wants to see, just like the fuck, like take your clothes
Wait,
off.
the
And then
mushrooms red pilled you?
no, real talk. I had this line of thinking where I was just like, oh yeah, if it's high, people should just not wear their clothes. And then I got so sad because I was like, oh, we can't because of rape. And then I started getting really like sad. My buddy's like, what's going on? I'm like, I just was hoping that girl would take all her clothes off. And then I remembered about rape. And I got sad.
Dude, I'll do the
Well,
same.
that's very nice.
I am a sweetheart.
I'll do the same thing where you get so much empathy, you'll be like, I remember like doing acid a couple times and be like, man, it must suck to be a woman. Everybody wants to fuck you all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
don't want to fuck them. I'm like, that sucks ass.
Yeah,
And then like
yeah.
2 weeks later, I'm like, won't you fuck me, that stupid bitch? I'm not actually like that, but you got it.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah,
be.
what if I took mushrooms and it made
Not with
me
that
more
hard.
incel?
Yeah, your dick got smaller.
Yeah.
You got shorter.
I take acid and I look in the mirror and I have Joker makeup.
The big red suit. You
Oh,
should wear
God.
that red suit.
My spirit
Fuck,
animal's
I didn't even
vagina.
think about it, but yeah, what if I take acid and I like realize how small I am on like a deep emotional level? It's like, yeah, I know I'm 5'2", but what if I realize something about that I've never considered?
Maybe it'd make you okay with it because it made me
yeah.
okay with being
Having a
bigger.
huge cock.
Yeah, and having a huge cock.
Look,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel like if you took acid, Brendan, you would just like somehow like MacGyver style like build an AR-15 in your own home.
Right.
You're just quilting a trench coat. Like,
More, I'd be afraid that I would post. I think that would be the big problem.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
My friend,
not wanna
my
post on acid.
friend James Mashuli is a funny Philly comic. He has a big acid and Facebook problem, and boy,
Jesus.
is it a hoot.
There's a New York comic. Everybody knows who it is, but it's Ian Fidance. He had like a manic episode like 2 years ago, and he just started posting the N-word on Facebook and like Twitter.
Wow.
And then he like had to like a week later he went to the psych where he's like, "Hey, I had a mental breakdown. Sorry, I said the N-word so much, everybody."
Jace knows a comic in New York who beheaded his own mother.
Yeah, I actually I was gonna post a drawing of this guy tomorrow. Actually,
Was he funny?
he was a killer. He fucking.
If he was funny, that'd be insane. Like if he was a great comic.
Dude, it was kind of weird because it was the first person I had known where he was a genuinely he was weird, but he was like comic normal. Like we had like maybe 20 conversations at the Creek, and his name's Jay. I'm blanking on his last name right now. But he's in Jay. It's Jay Larson. Jay Leno, actually. Hey, you heard about this? You ever cutting your mom's head off? No, we'd have like 20 conversations. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, man! You ever like check out like Mr. Show? Like we just talk about like comedy nerd shit." And then he'd go on stage. He had this long hair, and he wore these giant like fucking like old like Jewish movie producer glasses, like the big thick rim glasses.
And you go to the costume store. I'm looking for Jew director glasses.
Like what Jiminy Glick would wear in a sketch.
Okay, so just big glasses.
Big Jewish glasses.
Okay,
They were shaped like Stars of David. Like Elton John glasses. And he would just go up, he's like, "Gonna put a onion ring on my dick, brother." And it would crack me up. And I loved watching the guy. And he was kind of like a Brody Stevens type figure. And then I moved, and then like 6 months after I moved, this is the saddest fucking thing of all time. He apparently drove down to Virginia Beach where his mom lived, killed her and cut her head off. And then he was like just on the lam, like the police were looking for him. They found him outside of 30 Rock in his car. He had his mom's dog with him, and a headshot and a picture of him on the SNL stage from like 3 years ago when he got to go to the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
You trying to get booked?
Yeah.
Why?
Somehow that's darker than cutting his mom's head off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I got
it's
the
up
order
there.
messed up. I thought he killed his mom, cut her head off, and then he's like, "Where will no one ever find me?" And then he just started doing mics. He's like, no one will discover me here.
Yeah.
Was there a specific order to him cutting his mom's head off and then going to 30 Rock? Like, was he?
No, like apparently he was just like on the lam for like a week, like just driving around. And then when they found him, he apparently driven back up to New York, and they found him outside of 30 Rock.
Right. I just imagine him like cutting his mom's head off. Like, now I'm ready for SNL.
Yeah. It's like, look, Lauren.
And then they're looking over his resume and they're like, "Now you've never done Chinese voice, have you?"
Yeah, it was actually
Can you handle a lot of pressure?
Yeah, we were gonna have Jay on the show, but then Seth Simons told us that he cut his mom's head off.
And he duct taped the eyes to look like Chinese eyes. And
He put her head in a rice patty hat, and we did it. We were like, no. That's the old 70s SNL, and we don't want that behavior anymore.
If you murder somebody and just put him in blackface, nobody will be. They'll assume that it was a righteous killing. Like, good. Fuck that piece of shit.
Well, now I'm imagining.
You just like shoot someone's head off with a Desert Eagle, and then you're trying to paint.
Yep.
You're just trying to put the face back together. So
you just got shoe polish. You're just moving very quickly. Just one shot, and then you got the shoe polish, and you're just like,
It's like tactical. Yeah.
Perfect crime.
Have you ever seen?
That is
There's
pretty
an
great.
old Eric Andre sketch where they just get a drunk guy outside a bar and they're just like asking him about Trump. He's like, I think Trump's good. And they're like, okay, we just need to do your makeup real quick. And within 30 seconds, I swear to God, they put him in blackface and put like a Nazi flag on him. And he has no idea because he's blackout drunk. And they're like, okay, keep going about Trump. He's like, I think Trump's good. I like Trump.
They get him signing the release too.
Holy shit.
They show his whole face. Oh, it's so fucking funny. Now I'm imagining the guy who joins the military just so he can put blackface on in an acceptable situation.
Oh yeah, like he's sniping and he puts it under his eyes, and everyone's like, "All right." He keeps going. They're like, "No, you got it."
He's like, "What? I'm being safe."
He breaks out the red lipstick.
He's like, Sergeant, this is an award ceremony. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, he's at the mall recruiting.
Yeah. You ready to serve your country?
Well, we're over an hour now. We're at hour 3. Is that when you
Holy
guys usually
moly.
end? Or?
I think we wanted to do like a little longer.
I'm down to keep going. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Doesn't matter to me.
It's a swap cast.
Yeah, it's fun. Time's flying by. Feels good. Blackface,
Blackface.
Jews. We got it all.
Yeah.
Chinese.
Size of skulls.
Yeah, check
I think we've
the.
covered everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a list of things we wanted to cover.
Right.
Yeah.
We actually give bingo to our listeners at home.
Oh wait, do we have a sponsor, Nick?
No, we don't, because I used some of the jokes already, just conversationally. Because I figured we weren't going to do that. Just
okay.
based on the energy.
You guys can read for a sponsor if you want.
No, we were going to do an ad read for Joker, but I got a little too eager.
Where did the rumor start that it was going to get shot up, or where's that from?
Okay, so it was because that guy James Holmes shot up The Dark Knight Rises,
Right.
and it was misreported. He never said he was the Joker. He died. He had a manic episode, dyed his hair orange.
I see.
And I think he had like.
Did he not dress up as the Joker?
No, he dyed his hair
See,
orange.
even I didn't know. Even I had this information.
Yeah, well, it was misreported a lot, and then like articles came out a couple years later, just like that. He never said that. The police never.
Well, look up
apparently
a-
they've
look
been
up a
flagging
picture
a
of
lot
him.
of posts that people say that are saying they're going to shoot it up.
Really?
So,
Well, but that's
yeah.
because it's a meme now.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a bunch of Ben Averys
yeah.
just out there.
He had orange hair and he's wearing like a tactical vest. It's not the Joker.
It's not the
No.
Joker.
Yeah, have you
Joker,
That's Bane, if anything.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Joker would not wear a tactical vest because Joker is about chaos.
It's true.
He's a symbol, all right?
Yeah, Joker would knife an audience, not shoot him up.
Have you guys run into that open micer that dresses like the Joker?
Are you talking about? So there's a guy in Santa Cruz who dresses
The
like
Santa Cruz Joker.
Santa Cruz Joker.
Yeah, he's great.
Great Joker.
And
Yeah,
is this a different
very
guy?
good.
This is
'Cause
the
I think-
East Hollywood Joker.
Okay, because we were talking about this on one episode, and I think we were talking about 2 different guys. I had heard.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I heard you talk about this guy.
Santa
Well-
Cruz Joker does karaoke, but you do the open mic guy.
He's been at Fourth Wall. He's been at he's been at a bunch of the
And
East
he's not
Side
the
mics.
Bagel Boss guy.
Not
He's a different
he
guy.
literally is dressed like the Joker,
Right.
full makeup, uniform, costume, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, like when you were talking about having your skin on the inside of your body sitting in the front row, I was like, I couldn't even enjoy it as much because I've done stand up with the Joker in the front row, and it's just like it's fucking
Yeah.
terrifying because you don't know what the fuck this guy's doing.
Somebody showed me it was the old Hooters mic they used to do in the back in the day.
Yeah.
was he showed up and then another guy showed up dressed as Batman, independent of each other, and then they both did stand up at the same time, and it was just like I was like I need to quit comedy. So I'm like,
yeah.
I want to do a special where, like, 45 minutes in, there's one audience shot and everyone's the Joker.
but they're going crazy like Comic View.
Yeah, they love it.
Just foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, dude, we saved
Yeah, the last time I saw him was when Keith Ray got the shit beat out of him on his birthday for saying the N word. Like, as
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
like
It's
he was
his birthday.
Come on,
dude,
man.
he's blacked out and like he has a big
Yeah,
old
he
black
is.
eye. And yeah, I'll say what. I remember somebody saw him the next day. I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "I had somebody punch me in the eye because I said the N word. I was being friendly." It was so funny.
Yeah.
The guy's a maniac.
The amount of there's been like 8 open mic comedians who have like cried in my arms at open mics.
I forgot about
Really?
that.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Why? What was the inciting incident?
Oh, it was just like it was
It's
back
always alcohol.
Yeah, it was alcohol, but it was also me before I did mushrooms. I didn't know what boundaries were, so I'd just see somebody fucked up. I'd be like, "What's wrong, man?" And then it was just like, "You can't stop that train."
Well,
once it's running."
And me and Jace are trying to be deacons at the church, basically. Like, we're still stuck in that Christian mentality. So we see somebody hurting. We're like, "Come here, brother. Let me hold you in my arms." arms. Like, hey, give it up to the Lord.
But now I know that's like a dog that's been run over and exploded, and it's like it'd be better to kill that person with a rock. There's no coming back.
Well, it's like
out anywhere that's not an open mic. These are absolutely the right motivations for you. Absolutely good move. But
they really are just a lot of times it'd just be some dude, basically just drowning with like rocks in his pants, and you're just like, I'm gonna save you, and they're just gonna fuck you up.
they're gonna put rocks in your pants.
These metaphors are solid. I just want to shout myself out. Real good stuff.
My friend back home, he backed up over his really fat wiener dog in his big truck, and he said it literally fucking exploded. It just popped.
Oh shit, dude! I hate that.
Did it explode out of either end like a big sausage?
like when you step on a caterpillar.
Like a big tube of cookie dough?
Yeah, was there like a wiener dog suit left behind?
Dude,
man.
I was walking home from high school sophomore year one time, and there's this girl that was smoking hot, but she had a lot of acne on her face.
You ran over with your truck?
No. But I was walking in front of her, and I see that there's a dead possum in the road, and it's just a busy road, and somebody ran over the possum, and the possum's guts shot out of its ass all over the sidewalk, and this fucking hot girl. And it was...
Wait, it hit the hot girl?
Yes, it hit her. It hit a bunch of people because it literally, dude, it was a fucking possum that had been like bloating in the sun. It's fucking Fresno, so it's like 107 degrees.
Yeah, and you start yelling, "Woo, yeah, wet t-shirt."
That's not going to help the acne at all.
No.
It's really gonna bake that in.
Yeah, we had a bunch of cats that kept dying. Like we bought like 20 cats, and they all died when we were little.
What do you know about this?
We'd always find their legs broken, and they had Joker makeup on. We just figured it was coyotes. No, but there was one cat. They just kept dying mysteriously. One cat, literally, it was my dad was working on his old like 1985 GMC truck, and he had the hood up. I'm holding the flashlight for him. He's like, "All right, I think that should be good." And he shut it, and then we go to start the truck, and we just hear.
Holy shit!
And the cat had like crawled up inside the thing, and it basically got sucked into the belt, and it just got torn to shreds.
Oh
like
my God,
the entire cat had like coated the inside of the truck.
Well, that can't be good for the truck.
No, it's bad.
Hurt the resale value.
I had a weird when in high school. I worked at a grocery store bringing the carts in. And this one day, this bird just flew into the window and fell down with like one broken wing. So I got my manager. I was like, "Hey, what do I do?" And he just handed me gloves, and he's like, "I don't know." he went back in.
You just put the glove over the bird.
I just had the gloves. And I thought the instructions were pretty clear. So I got the bird and I picked it up. And I go to wring its neck, but
Oh, jeez.
It's not like I'm a farmer. I don't know how much torque to put on it.
Right.
Yeah, you got to put a lot.
Well, not this bird, because I just ripped the head off.
Yeah.
So I accidentally just ripped the head off. And then that's when I realized, like, I should have gone around to the side of the building. People are, like, coming in.
Just leaking blood.
There's, like, Boy Scouts selling popcorn.
To a customer, it looks like you just grabbed a bird and ripped its head off.
Just ripped its head off, like, morning.
Somebody's asking someone to register to vote. You're just like, "Oh, howdy."
Hey, they pay me to kill the birds that shit on the building.
But then
They're like, well, it's nice they give people like him a job.
Because I ripped this bird's head off. And then my boss comes back out with this lady we work with, and he's like, "Yeah, Jane works at the Humane Society, so she'll take the bird." And I'm just
You're like, "Sorry, doc, bird didn't make it."
Yeah, flew into the window, head popped right off.
So I just put it in the trash. Like,
Oh, man.
I would love if you just started trying to put the head back on the bird. You're just trying to mush it together.
Like with like bubble gum.
Like Dumb and Dumber, you just tape the bird's head to the body and hand it to the girl.
hands to the girl.
You would think that you had grown up in like the 20s where like there's a hurt bird and your first thing you're like, well, you have to break its neck. I would never cross my mind.
Yeah,
That's such a dust bowl.
Well, that's
We
what
used to-
hunters do.
Yeah, we used to have to do that as kids. We
Well,
were
it was like a
cats,
Yeah.
bird dogs.
It was like a Mennonite grocery store, so I thought that's what
Oh
he
yeah,
meant.
they were like,
Okay.
kill that bird.
But then the bird's mate came looking for it. It was
Holy
dark.
shit!
Yeah, the bird's kid showed up.
Dude, we used to have a dove's nest in my back patio. Like there was this long, big overhang, and then it was in one of the areas there, and it would lay eggs every year. And so I remember taking my buddy has 2 kids, and so he brings his 2 kids over to see the baby birds or whatever. And so I bring my kids out there, and my buddy's out there, and he's like he's like a fake tough guy, but he's real skittish. And so we literally, he lifts up his daughter, who's like 7 at this point, to like up to see where the baby birds are. And one of the parent doves flies out. My buddy drops his kid and literally punches the bird out of the air. And the kids all start crying. And he looks over him and he goes, whoa! Did you see that, man? Dude, the fucking reflexes, man. My reflex. I punched that shit out of the sky. And I'm like, no.
I kind of want to go skeet shooting, but it's just my fist.
Yeah.
This sounds like a good
Yeah.
sport.
And then he had to apologize to all the kids. Like, it's like, I was scared. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
It's very good times.
Dude, it's so bad to be canceled by kids for punching the bird.
Yeah, you called the bird the N word.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had in middle school, I had bought a pet minnow because I wanted to see it turn into a frog, and I had raised it in like this little aquarium.
You mean like a tadpole?
A tadpole, yeah.
I call it a minnow.
be so
I'm a man of science.
A minnow is a bait fish.
Yeah,
Used for like
Jace,
fishing for bass.
Were you really disappointed?
Well, I actually think Neil deGrasse Tyson would call it a minnow. Strange that people would call it a tadpole when that does not exist. In
It's
the
actually called a
scientific-
small pepe.
Small bean Pepe.
a pepet.
Yeah. A papito.
A papito. It is me, Pepe. Petito.
It's me, Pepito.
Feels no bueno, man.
Jeff Dunham Pepe.
It's me, the Pepe on a steed.
Is racism honesty.
All right. So you're raising.
Yeah, so we had a tadpole in this little aquarium, and then I brought it to school because I thought I'd be really cool and show everybody the tadpole. And we left it at school, and then over one weekend, it had grown enough legs to actually jump out of the aquarium, and it just like it fried to death like on the desk over the weekend. And then we were really sad. It was like the first death. I was like in the 2nd grade,
Yeah.
and so we take it out for like all the kids are crying. And then we take it out for a funeral during recess. Like we buried it in the dirt next to the school, and we put like a little popsicle cross. And then I think we like all sang like "I'll Fly Away" or some shit.
Wow.
And then you guys burned the cross.
We're like, it's only right.
Yeah, the tadpole was still black. It wasn't yet a frog.
Right. We were like, it had a chance.
Sorry.
You're going to do that this
Ben, you're-
deep into this podcast?
Yeah. Ben's growing as a human right
Fellas,
before our eyes.
this is really beyond the
Yeah,
pale.
boys.
Boys, please settle down.
Ladies might listen to this.
Yeah, just an old Southern lady listening. Like, oh Lord.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that we have done on this podcast, pretty regular, for at least for Brain Jail, is talk about how shitty we feel after the riffs, because it is a regular thing to be like, yeah, we did talk about flirt with lighting a lot of crosses on fire in this episode. Like,
That's actually not the end of the story. So what
oh,
happened?
thank God.
What happened after that?
I'm sorry. Continue.
Wow. So after the cross was put out, we just like went along with recess, and we're all still really sad. And then we saw commotion by where we had buried the tadpole, and the 5th graders had just gone over and like dug it up. And then we went over, and it was just I walked over into a crowd just to see like immediately like a big fat 5th grade boy just like crush the tadpole with his foot.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
I was like,
What
huh.
Stephen King shit is this?
Yeah, then I jerked off a big clown, and that was my day in Derry, Maine.
Dude, when I growing up in Fresno, there was this kid who was like 4 or 5 years older than us, and the rumor was that he used to torture cats, and
Jesus.
that he would poke cats' eyes out, and he was like
Which you shouldn't do.
he was a first
That's right,
generation.
Brendan. It would be bad to do that.
It would.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, I just
In my opinion, one oughtn't to do that.
yeah, it was bad. I don't condone it. But we saw him, and I was probably in 4th or 5th grade, and I was riding my rollerblades around with my buddy, and we see him far in the distance, and my buddy starts meowing like a cat, like just like making cat, noises. So then he like corners us, and he's got a thick Armenian accent because Fresno has a lot of Armenians, and he's like, "You say meow meow to me." And I was like freaking out. My buddy James didn't give a shit. I mean, I'm sure he was scared, but he wasn't saying anything. I was like, no, we would never say meow meow to you, like ever. And he goes, you say meow meow, and I hear it.
No, Mr. Sine meow-meow. We would never say meow meow to you.
But I remember we got away, and we were like far enough away, and my buddy just goes, again. And I just ran for my life from that guy for the next like 5 years living in that neighborhood.
Yeah. It's weird that cats are the things people experiment on when they're younger. My buddy Travis back in Houston, he knew this kid. His nickname was Cat Scratch Fever was his name.
Oh, that's too fun for what I'm sure you're about to say.
Oh, dude, he got this guy was like at a house party, but you know when like the guy shows up with no friends, but then he gets so drunk he can't, like, no one's gonna take him home. He doesn't really know anybody.
Oh fuck.
So he like basically gets like blackout and like he just like falls asleep on the couch. They're like, we'll just leave him here. I've talked to this guy like once before, right?
Yeah.
Goes upstairs, goes to bed, and then he like wakes up at like 4 a.m. to like get a glass of water because he's just like, he's been drinking all night.
Yeah.
And he walks down the stairs and he just hears and he rounds the corner and this guy is awake on the couch and he's knuckles deep in this cat's pussy.
Fucking
No
way.
Swear to
fucking
God.
way, dude.
Oh my
Swear to
God.
God.
How do you
think-
find a cat's pussy?
It is. You can find it. It's hard. You have to have an eye for it.
Wait, the drunk guy?
Yeah, he was finger fucking a cat.
So
Jesus
was he like,
Christ.
hey, knock that off. Hey there, fella.
Hey, buddy.
And that
Hey,
was,
hey, Jack.
I wish that was one of the presidential candidate stories that came out.
Yeah, like Mitt Romney or
That man was Justin Trudeau.
yeah.
In blackface, finger fucking a cat.
Point of order. Did you finger fuck a cat when you lived in Texas?
It's funny to see people tell the story and they're like, and he's finger fucking a cat and no one reacts. It's like, in blackface. Oh,
Oh my God.
There was another kid at this high school. It was like a private school he went to. This was the time when like everyone got laptops for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember at our school we got iPod touches and immediately like 20 people got busted for watching porn on it and got them taken away because they can like monitor your internet and they told us that up front.
Yep.
So
I kind of miss as a teenager being that horny that you're just like, I absolutely know the consequences
Right.
of this.
but I must watch porn.
I must watch porn now.
Yep.
So they got these like fucking like laptops at the school because it was like a richer school, and apparently this kid was like on his laptop in class or something, and I think he got it taken away by the teacher, and he's like, okay, so let's see what Tim was watching
Holy shit.
on his laptop,
Jesus Christ.
and he plugs it into like the HDMI cable to go up on the projector, and he opens the laptop. I swear to God, you're going to think I'm making this story up. I swear to God, it was snarf porn. Straight up snarf porn.
From He-Man?
Snarf
Yep,
like
from He-Man.
Oh, it is He-Man. Is it He-Man or Thundercats?
I think it's Thundercats.
It's Thundercats.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
Thundercats.
yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
We
that-
apologize
He-Man-
to the listeners.
He-Man has the
We
little fucking
apologize.
wizard guy.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
You think he was just trying to type in snuff porn?
Like, no, you don't understand.
Did you mean snarf porn?
yeah, the school filter was on it, so it gave him that.
Yeah, that's great. Now I kind of want to watch that just to see what it's like. Like, is he fucking like G.I. Joe or something like somewhere?
Oh, that's fucked up.
I don't know. Maybe he has big tits.
Oh, Snarf got big tits. I don't know anything Snarf says.
It's just Snarf speaking that his tits are big.
My dad took me out to lunch at this nice restaurant one time, and which he never used to do. And I was in college, and it was still dial up because I'm old as fuck. And the way that you'd have to dial up to get into the internet or whatever, but you'd like try to download porn, and it was just harder to do. So one of the things you could like would be like download this, and then you can go look at all this porn. But essentially, all it was doing was downloading a program that would dial Africa and like India and all these places. and then you'd get to see one naked woman. But I just remember my dad, we're eating lunch and we get our sandwiches and he just slides the phone bill over to me. And there's like a $450 charge. And he's like, I talked to Carrie about it, which is his wife, and you were the only one in the house. Were you, and I'm like, yeah, Dad, I was looking at porn. I'm sorry. It'll never happen again. He's like, okay. So you want dessert? Right. What are you gonna do?
You're just like, Dad, I'm
done.
an international arms dealer.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, but I used to use all of the I used to use all of the ink in the family's printer, printing out full color pornographic photographs.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would hide it. I would like fold it up and hide it under my pillow. So like by the time I'm jacking off to it, it looks like a pirate map.
That's so
all
funny.
creased up.
Yeah.
Like city slickers.
You're like jacking off to like you arrange like a shadow puppet thing of like a woman walking in.
It's just it's an Uncharted puzzle.
That's
I would wait until everyone had gone, and then I would just go through the DVDs and try to guess what had nudity.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much the only DVD in my house that had nudity was Rent, and it's just one ass for one shot. It's not even a good ass.
Yeah. I remember my dad gave me I was like 12 and I wanted to watch Schindler's List because I was just a weird fucking kid. And it was at the school. It was like he was showing it for his history class, and I was like, "Can I watch it?" He's like, "Sure." And there's like a sex scene in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And I was like 12. I'm like, I gotta jerk off to Schindler's List now. God,
That's all I have.
Even as a kid, I'm like, God damn it.
And you just skip to the gassing scene and start hitting off.
Yeah, I sit on the remote as I'm coming. No.
No, but you stay hard because they're all still naked.
Right. Yeah, I'm screaming no because I'm coming too hard. I'm just like draining. Like,
Has anyone seen the movie Cold Mountain?
with Nicole Kidman.
It's been so long, but it's basically when I was a kid, I loved the Civil War. You know, like how you just autistically fixate on something when you're a kid. So they're like, this new movie came out about the Civil War. We're all gonna watch it because you love the Civil War, buddy. Mm-hmm. But it's just them getting raped on a mountain or something. It's horrible. Jesus. But like, it was the only sex. Like, it was the closest thing to porn I had. So I remember just sitting on the same couch as my parents and just making like a fort out of pillows to like separate me from them.
Oh my God.
I just made a cave to be horny in.
Did they address it?
No, I mean, looking back on it, it's like, what else could they have assumed was happening?
That's the thing. Is like as a kid, you totally think you're getting away from it.
Yeah.
And then like when you grow up, you're like, oh, they 100% knew about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're just watching like a violent like scene, and you're like, I can compartmentalize this. There's a titty in there.
Your parents thought you were like a serial killer or something.
Dude, I went on a family vacation with my buddy and his sister, and I was like 12 and she was like 14, and we were watching Alive, but me and her were like in front of the TV under a blanket, and so I started exploring like Galileo underneath the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, her or you?
Her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because she was being
like
real
that kid and the cat, just full fist.
No, it was the first boob I ever
you were
touched.
trying to fuck your buddy's sister?
Yeah.
Not cool, dog.
I couldn't help myself. I got all horned up from watching Alive,
Yeah, what's the sexy part of Alive?
where they eat each other.
Right.
You remember that?
They do start with the
You
dicks.
see the asses. I do remember that.
Yeah.
No, I do remember that happening, and then like years later, going, man, I can't believe the first boob I ever touched was during the movie Alive.
Yeah.
But you can't turn it down.
Well, you're the guy if you were in that
Oh,
movie.
is this the Donner Party?
No,
it's
it's the
like a soccer team
yeah.
crashed in the mountains in like
Okay.
the 70s, and they had to eat their teammates to survive. But I was
Wait,
saying,
is it all men?
It's all men.
All men,
There's some
unfortunately.
ladies. Like somebody's mom is there. There's somebody's girlfriend too. I think.
all right, they only ate the women.
I'd get so pissed if my team crashed and we all had to eat my mom.
Well, it's funny because they do.
You're like, don't eat her pussy, guys. That's not cool.
Don't eat her pussy or ass.
Of the dead bodies they eat, they only eat the asses. That's like
Yes.
the only meat
Yeah.
that's good.
Yep.
Just dive right in. Yeah. It's
they
like
only-
calamari when you fry it.
I exclusively eat ass. It's the only thing with nutritional
Yeah,
value.
just one black guy on the soccer team.
Who won't eat the pussy?
man.
He starves to death. He
That's
fucking
just
starves.
gay.
They only have pussies, and he starves to death. He literally just starves to death.
Man, miss me with that shit.
Hey, pause on that pussy eating.
Right. They're like, we also have these all these new Nikes from the cargo bay you could use. Like, ah, damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, we might have to Esposito that bit.
Yeah, I was literally
That's
thinking.
our safe word whenever we have to stop a bit.
Oh,
Is we just say Esposito.
It's fine. It's a fine bit.
yeah. I feel it. I feel like we haven't gotten into anything too murky compared to either one of our podcasts.
Yeah,
true.
Is it just-
there's an episode that I really want to delete that I know we won't. I understand. We made a rule.
Wait, which one?
When we talk about no, I don't even want to bring it up.
Okay.
I don't even want to bring it up. We talk about my dating habits.
Oh yeah.
Is it like rapey or something?
No. It's not like that. It's-
No.
Is it?
You know, my habit of holding women down against their will on a date.
yeah,
Well, that's
it's a
one of
bad
the only
habit.
2 times anyone has ever like complained at all, right?
People were mad at us. Yeah.
Yeah. People were mad at that one. They were mad. We were doing a bit about like the porn site Blacked.
Oh, yeah. I really like your bit about that. Yeah.
We were doing a bit about that. We're like, man, if my wife got blacked, but it was like a guy. Like it's just the number of men. It's not that they're black, but it's like having to be like, oh, my wife got blacked. But I still think it's funny. But someone complained.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I mean, it'd be good to see your wife happy. It'd be nice to.
Right.
Yeah,
You
I guess
actually-
as a married man, you might have a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like,
you know?
just like, honey, I got you something.
Right.
Just like 12 black guys in a file.
Your only
Come on
issue
in,
with
boys.
your only issue with your wife getting blacked was they were playing the Harlem Globetrotters music while they were talking.
Yeah, I'm the Washington Wizards. They all keep
Yeah,
dunking.
they're doing shit with step ladders.
Yeah, I'm trying to fuck my wife and they keep guarding me. I'm like, where's the ref?
Yeah, they keep passing your wife over the top of your
It's a
head.
flagrant fuck.
That's good shit. One guy fucks her from 50 feet away. First try.
They bring a trampoline out.
Right. I do remember my dad got to play the Harlem Globetrotters one time because usually they'll just
Really?
play like a local team of like ex-college athletes. And I remember my dad scored. And I was like, yeah, take that, Harlem Globetrotters. My weak dad with his ankle brace on scored a point.
Jim Avery.
What do you think the salary is for a current day Harlem Globetrotter? Like, what kind of money?
Oh, dude.
I hope it's good.
I want to say 80,000.
Oh,
That's better than I would expect.
I would bet it's below 50.
Yeah,
Really?
that's what I would bet.
Do you think it's more or less than the guys who play basketball but in like Ukraine?
Oh, dude,
Oh,
it's still
wow.
more than the WNBA.
Damn.
73,000 annually.
That really is. That's like what Candace Parker gets paid is $73,000.
The best woman basketball player in the history of the world.
That's really not bad.
They should play the women's like Olympics team.
I love that they refuse to update the outfits.
Hell yeah.
I also wondered, can some of those guys play in the NBA and they choose not to, or are they just all washouts?
I
from
wonder,
The NBA?
yeah.
I
don't
think it's a
know.
different skill set to be able to do that.
Those guys probably failed at open mics. And went down to-
Yeah, this is the improv of the NBA.
Zip zap zopping that ball around. Yeah.
There's not enough comedy in pro ball for me. Holy moly.
Yeah. I think they finally got beat recently by the Generals or whatever their
What?
opponents always
Well, I think
called.
they've.
I thought it was like
I think
wrestling,
they've
though.
won like twice ever in like the 40 years.
I think they hadn't won until recently. That was my idea. I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe
Is it-
I'm wrong.
is
Maybe
it-
I'm that woke. I don't know.
Is it all theatrics? Like, is it like set up before who's gonna win?
No, so the
it
other
is.
team is actually like trying to play.
I
Like
didn't
they're,
know
I
that.
mean, they're not like going like nobody's like doing a Dennis Rodman dive for a ball or anything, but they're trying to like score points. You know, they're not trying to get embarrassed, but you know, it's just all like 5'11" white dudes just getting dunked on the whole time.
Hell yeah. That's the kind of game I like to see.
Yep.
Is there a late? No, that's a guy. Never mind. I'm stupid. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, you thought it was
I thought there was a lady at the front of the Harlem Globetrotters.
No, there is.
Not
They
my
have-
Harlem Globetrotters.
There's an Annette of the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, some of those are women.
She's got her socks pulled all the way up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's what Nanette likes. That's what. Pull your fucking socks up, man.
Well,
What
Well-
an autistic Australian complaint.
It really is.
I remember how excited you got when I told you that she had autism when I sent you that tweet.
Oh yeah, I
She
retweeted
has
that
autism?
immediately.
Yeah, she does.
She's on
Oh
the
my
spectrum.
Well, she deleted the tweet like shortly after, because like when Nanette came out and everything was blowing up, I looked through her tweets and it was like page 2. She's like, "I'm on the spectrum." I forget. I think I sent it to Sam, and then he told me to send it to you.
On like samurai swords.
And then she deleted that tweet immediately. Like anytime you're a celebrity and a not recent tweet starts going viral, you know that's not
you're
good.
like
Yeah.
automatic delete. Yeah.
Hannah Gatsby's gonna get canceled because Halloween 2000 she dressed up as Morpheus.
Oh, I love live action Shrek.
Well, the red pill was not what it meant back then. You got to understand. Yeah, she sucks. Anyway.
Brendan, you should dress up as the General from the General Insurance commercials for Halloween.
Yeah,
that'd be
and
good.
Jace can be Shaq.
I'm Jimmy Kimmel as Charles Barkley.
Nice.
I'm like, no, it's not offensive because I'm doing commentary.
Yeah. You're doing it ironically.
Right.
I remember I had a comedian buddy. He had an offensive costumes Halloween party.
Okay.
This was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. But then we got there and we're like, man, we just threw a whites only Halloween party.
Oh shit.
this is not
Do
a
you
good
remember
one.
any of the costumes?
Yeah, there's like
Couple Jackie O's.
Klansmen.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Someone did blackface.
Yeah,
Wow.
man, they really went for it.
I could sense that this wasn't gonna like age well on Facebook photos, so I was just a cowboy and I was like, I'm racist.
Good move.
Then 2 people went as the Twin Towers.
Okay,
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Clever.
People were like taking photos.
I think no photos was one of the rules, but then it's
Okay.
like, well, now this feels like some Illuminati shit.
Yeah. Where was this?
Lancaster, PA.
You're just
Okay.
like, well, the
Checks
Twin
out.
Towers outfit wasn't that offensive, but then a plane came in with the Star of David on it.
Yeah, I played one of the bankers jumping out.
You're just getting a phone call and leaving the party.
You're the falling man for Halloween. You just handstand around the party.
I've been using your tag you gave me for my 9/11 bit. My what if they had Snapchat on 9/11?
Oh yeah,
I've been using that tag, and it gets such a beautifully
What's the
mixed
tag?
response. It's like falling man, but he has a GoPro on his head, and it's
Oh,
in
yeah.
4K.
Okay, I like that. He has the dog filter on.
Yeah. You know this bit.
I like that.
Holy moly.
Nice. I did one time edit the falling man. It was me and Connor McNutt were doing a bit where it was just like he just like jumps and he's like yeet. Like he's just addicted to internet culture. Like it was like him falling like LMAO, and then I put a big like crying emoji face over the top of him, and then in his hand I made him do the like okay sign, like he got you type thing. Which is now a white power symbol. Yeah.
Two for looking.
Former host of the Coward Hour podcast, the incarnation that has been scrubbed, but Lemaire Lee, he made a video where it's the last scene in Entourage where they get on the plane, and then it just cuts to 9/11.
That's awesome.
They're all great. It's all great.
I made a video on YouTube of Nixon getting in the helicopter, and he does like the famous like peace symbol, and the helicopter gets up, and as soon as it gets out of frame, it's just right into the Twin Towers. People are so mad. They're so mad in the comments.
Yeah.
It makes
I
no
had a
sense.
9/11 responders group get mad at me one time for
Yeah.
the old show we ran back in the day. You
Yeah.
guys probably weren't around for this. We did a show
No, I
called
don't think
AIDS 11. And the poster
It was a different time.
it was like
It
literally
really
right
was.
before people started getting canceled, and then we did 2 shows, and we're like, okay, we're not going to do this.
It was a great idea.
The
for a
first
show.
poster was just supposed to be a dark comedy show.
I made the posters.
Ben made the posters. It was me and Brian B. and Cardi's face on the Twin Towers, like as they're exploding. And then a 9/11 responders group found it and just sent Olivia Grace, a comic on the show, like a bunch of death threats because she was the only woman. I was literally like,
So-
I host the show. I'm like, send me death threats. And they're like, nah, fuck this stupid bitch for being on
So
the
like
show.
people
Yeah.
worse than you canceled you somehow. Like
Yeah,
it was like an
basically.
unwoke canceling. Damn.
I've infiltrated a couple 9/11 first responders Facebook groups.
This
They
is
just
so
let me
bad,
in.
Ben.
They let me in. But,
What are you doing?
But here's what's really okay. There is a funny part to this story.
Sure there is.
One of the first responders, their profile picture is a minion in a firefighter. Come on, that's great.
That's good.
Fucking great.
I remember you came to me at like midnight one day and you're like, okay, so here's the thing. I've infiltrated a 9/11 responders group.
Like you
I'm like,
should,
don't
you
leave,
should
don't
do
leave.
awake.
Dude, 'cause that- but that-
you're like,
that-
don't get mad, but I found this and you showed me I was just like, I like grabbed you by two hands. I'm like, you need to stop.
Yeah.
needs
And
to
his,
stop.
his third
I'm
profile
imagining-
picture, he was dressed up as Shrek.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But
I'm
that's what,
imagining
like-
this. It's like in There'll Be Blood, where he wakes up, the guy pretending to be his brother with the gun. Wake up.
That's what earnest, normal people think is fun. Like that, like people who still think 9/11 is sad. Like that's what they. It
Yeah.
makes total sense.
They
That's
think
normal
like
people.
the Despicable Me is like a wild romp
Yeah.
of a comedy.
Yeah,
Is
they're
that what
like-
you're saying?
they're
Look
like-
at the box
yeah.
office.
A
They
regular
love it.
laugh riot.
Yeah, Minions made $1 billion at the box office.
Yeah.
Really?
It made $1 billion. The Minions
God
movie.
damn it.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's why Ben doesn't drink anymore because he infiltrates
Yeah.
survivors of horrible events for fun.
I'm like, okay.
Well, were
I-
you posting or were you like preserving the ecosystem?
I didn't want to get kicked out, so I was basically just scrolling through posts and like I was
What were
liking
you-
a post here and there
See, I agree.
with the sad emoji.
What were you looking for? Like, there has to be something juicier than a Minions profile picture.
He doesn't know.
I really I think I found what I was looking for.
which is acceptance.
Was just
community.
was just a first responder on the spectrum, and I was like, okay, now I think 9/11 was bad. Now I'm against 9/11.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know that in the tower, a lot of vaccines got out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
Yep.
Ben, just listening to that YouTube song, What I'm Looking For. It's a video of him going to a survivors page and just trying to get in.
I mean, I wouldn't like infiltrate like a Holocaust survivors Facebook group.
Oh,
Right.
Although I might.
Of course.
Well, also, all those guys are too
you
old
just
to be on
like you
Facebook.
face app yourself old.
You do the Jewish face app.
Jewish.
Yeah,
I just look
did-
like Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I think I said this on our podcast, but I used to when I was living in New York. I would show apartments for a living. They paid you like $15 an hour. You just show people apartments, and it was in Battery Park, right above the Freedom Tower. And the one rule they had was like you got to show people the terrace on top of the building because it was like a really beautiful like
Wait,
site.
the terrace?
Yeah, the big like
I thought you said the terrorist.
the terrace.
gotta show him the terrorist.
Yeah, we caught one of them, so people really like spitting on him.
Yeah, they're like
I would
Pokemon.
go. I would go up with like a big hawk like glove, and I would go like I just hold it up, and then he'd fly to my hand.
in a little airplane.
Yeah, in a little airplane. He'd be like, "We're so sorry about the whole thing. We apologize."
My bad.
That should be their punishment. It's like we caught one of them alive, and as punishment, we've shrunk him.
But I would bring people up to this terrace, and it would happen maybe 10 times a day. I relive this hell over and over again. People would walk up. I'd be like, "Oh man, that's a beautiful view. Oh yeah, the Freedom Tower is like right there. Man, I guess on that day people could just see it from right here, all the smoke and the death and everything." And I'm like, "Yeah, so it's $3,000 for the 1-bedroom, $4,000 for the 2-bedroom. We have a pool. I got to show you real quick." Like I was getting bored with 9/11 conversations. Yeah.
You want to check our Beaches of Normandy apartments? Those are real dope. Great view. Beautiful.
Yeah, eventually got to the point where I was like, people would start. I'd be like, I get this 10 times a day. I can't talk about 9/11 anymore. And they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to be hacked."
That'd be funny if you just kept getting transferred to worse games. You're just like, I don't know why, but Sandy Hook, they put lofts in. We need someone to show.
Yeah, I'm the security guard for the new Oklahoma City building. Yeah, I'm gambling in Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
And then next week, you're like, yeah, they put apartments in the AMC. So.
I do love Brendan's idea of like I think that's if we could invent a shrink ray, we could shrink prisoners. Like shrink people that are in jails or in Guantanamo Bay
Yeah.
and just let them do whatever the hell they want.
Just let them out and be like, all right, you're marked.
They're like a foot tall.
No, I'm like have you seen that Matt Damon Kristen Wiig movie?
Oh, downsizing.
yeah,
Small.
It's that movie, but they're shrinking Guantanamo Bay prisoners.
But everybody would just step on them because they know they're
And-
rapists.
Well, Hold on, Jason. I'm trying to sell. I'm trying to sell a
funny that
movie to Hollywood
it's
right
like,
now.
well,
It's Hassan Minaj. And, I'm trying to think of someone else. And Lily Singh.
Okay.
right?
Right.
I guess that's close enough. And they just get
Idiot.
shrunk because they're terrorists.
All right.
That's pretty good,
And
right?
they keep
let
trying
him-
to fly an RC plane into buildings.
Yep.
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's like Home Alone 3.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
They just let him back out.
They just let them go because
Yeah.
they're like, you can't.
And then there's
do
one
anything.
there's one dwarf where it's like if you have tattoos in Japan, they think you're Yakuza.
What if there's a shrink ray?
Yeah, that's what you fucking sound like, dude.
I don't sound like that.
Fuck you, Kevin, you piece of shit. I got the vocoder now, bitch. Oh, look, I'm Kevin. I'm racist as shit.
Hey,
Hey, guys, Kevin Ticken here. Black people, not for me. Not my cup of tea.
Kevin.
Anyway, have you guys seen that men's rights activist documentary? It's so fucking good.
Jesus Christ, Kevin. Stop playing around with the vocoder.
oh, I'm sorry. I just was giving my movie recommendation.
Oh, that was a pretty measured take on black people, I want to say.
yeah.
He said not his thing.
Not his cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, is that wrap up time?
We're at an hour 42.
Oh, geez.
we
Yeah.
needed.
We're at a 1488 right
Yeah,
now.
we could we could wind down.
Wind her down.
Damn it.
Does anyone have any plugs or anything?
No, I think just the respective podcasts. If you're listening to either one, go listen to the
Yeah.
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Subscribe, leave reviews for both the podcasts. It helps us out tremendously.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And feel free to email us at brainjailpod@gmail.com.
You guys have an email?
We use my personal email right now. We have to set up we got to set up a Coward Hour email.
I thought we did. I think we do have a cowardhour at gmail.com, but I never check it. So I'll check it, and
It's
someone
just
will
death
be.
threats. Yeah.
Well, someone will be. It'll be like the song "Stan."
You have like 50 unread messages like, Brendan, I need you to respond before I do something drastic at the Joker premiere.
You just log into the Gmail and your laptop gets blue screened. The FBI has seized control of this device.
Yeah. You guys should. People have been sending us pretty nice emails.
Oh yeah, we should
Yeah.
set that up.
Well, we have a Discord where. Do you guys have a Discord where your listeners can talk to each other?
No.
You should set one up. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that for sure. That sounds like a good
You
idea.
really it's really like a mirror, and you don't always like what you see, but you know you needed to see it.
It's wild to there are things that I said to you on the podcast that I didn't even think about after I said it that are like running jokes to them.
Yeah.
Like they're just like
Yeah.
parroting our sense of humor back at us, which is cool, but it's like
Yeah, there's
scary.
there's this account Barn Dog Quark
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, one of our
that
listeners
DMs me. Yeah.
He DMs you.
Oh, it's a guy. I thought it was a
guy-
girl.
So he had an account
It's
that was
definitely not a girl.
he had an account that was a parody of me before he did the Barn Dog one, and like tweeted things where I'm like, how does he know that? He was doing digs at me that were like intensely personal about shit that I had like not talked about on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's tough because like we can't remember everything we talk about on here. So sometimes people will bring up something. I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I told everyone I fuck armpits.
Yeah, well, our thing is like every like other day we'll get like somebody tweeting at all three of us like, "Hey, really enjoyed when you guys cried about your dad raping you when you were kids. That was really vulnerable."
Yeah. Yeah. We get pretty vulnerable on here sometimes.
I gotta catch up on Brain Jail.
Oh yeah, it gets Jace cried on the last one.
Yeah, I cried because I was looking at Kevin's dumb ass.
Yeah.
Fucking
Jace,
bitch.
Jace was watching straight porn. And he started crying.
So fucking beautiful, man. He was watching Black.com.
He was watching straight porn instead of what he calls standard porn.
Watching Black's like, they love her. All of them love her.
such a connection.
Honestly, I feel like I could watch a Blacked video and there'd be more genuine connection between those people than in any of my relationships.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watch Blacked and I do deep fake Obama's face onto every person in the
That's
video.
woke of you.
Yeah, that's very well.
Yeah.
Even the woman, I'll do it. I don't care.
I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I'm starting to prefer my online relationships to my human relationships, which is what I call relationship.
I mean,
so?
I'm the opposite. I'm trying to like be as offline as possible. Where
Yes.
and it's pretty much it just I'm not really not looking at my phone. It's just I've replaced social media with just group chats with people I actually know and like.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what Twitter really is for me. Is I'm just in DMs with with Twitter guys on there. And like, but sometimes I've like we've opened up like about like staying sober and just talking about real life stuff. But I'm like, oh, I never do this with anyone in my real life.
Oh yeah.
Do you
it's
hang out
nice.
with a lot of comics?
I prefer not to.
Right, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, in the DMs, I'm just like, I'm like, I don't need to go to therapy. Every day, I DM Debbie Booby all my troubles.
Debbie
you know?
Booby is so funny.
I love Debbie Booby. Shout out to Debbie Booby. You got to follow him. I just want to give him a shout out.
Shout him out.
I'm glad you guys follow him because he's fucking funny.
yeah, he's.
I'm
really,
not sure if I do.
I saw a
I
tweet of
will
his
if I get
today.
back on.
He's a drummer in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
He's a cool dude.
And he's an alcoholic. Apparently.
Debbie got. I helped Debbie get sober, and he's been sober for like I think a year now.
That's
And
amazing.
he's the fucking best. He has like a pickle Rick skin on his jewel just to piss people off. He grew out a super long ponytail. He's just going full into just watching InfoWars and gaming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is when you get sober, you kind of have to watch InfoWars.
You have to.
and like
That makes
just wear a
sense.
pickle Rick
Well,
shirt.
There's a
You
big set
really
of
need to-
guys who get sober and become the Joker.
Yeah. Well, you really need a higher power, you know, when you
Yeah,
get sober.
it's Alex
So,
Jones.
Alex Jones is a good one.
I mean, Alex Jones in many ways is a Christ-like figure.
That's true.
I do, look, man. I've said it. I mean, I've repped him on the podcast. I don't think all of his information is right, but I truly believe that he thinks he's fighting for like the soul of America.
Yeah.
in a very
I think
genuine,
so.
beautiful way.
I like
Yeah.
his opinions just on Sandy Hook, but everything else is kind of bullshit.
He is one of the funniest
Yeah, when he
people.
walked back that Sandy Hook
He's
thing,
hilarious.
I was like, I don't know if I like
Dude,
this
if you
guy.
watch him on Logan Paul's podcast, it's kind of almost it's almost like a trip because Logan is the only guy who gets what he's doing. Because Logan Paul sucks, but he's like, dude, I fucking love this. You just go all in. He's like, when do you like drop the act? Like when, and Alex is refusing to acknowledge it, but it's like, so Logan Paul is smarter than the like New York Times
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yeah.
Alex Jones. I'm like, what the?
I mean,
Dude, seriously, if you
didn't
haven't
Alex
watched
Jones-
that, you should watch it. It's so fucking funny.
I might, I'll watch that.
Yeah, he
Didn't
tries to
Alex-
get everyone to fight him, and he's like drunk at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That
It's great.
rules.
He's just running around the podcast studio trying to get them to like hit him in the face.
What were we going to say?
I was gonna say, didn't he like testify in divorce court that he's doing a character because
Yes.
otherwise he was
Yeah.
gonna lose his
Because he
kids?
had to, he was trying to save his kids and he still lost them.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like a Dice thing where he's been doing the character so long that that's kind of who he is now?
I think a little bit, and I think the character is kind of still a little bit him. Like if you watch
Yeah.
early '90s Alex, which I'm really revealing a lot about myself right now. If you watch early '90s Alex Jones, he's just kind of a outspoken guy who's like really into Blackwater type stuff and like Bush Dynasty type stuff. So I think it's who he is, but it's definitely turned up to like the nth degree.
Dude,
Have you
and I
seen-
mean the nth.
all right. All right.
Have you
There
seen
we
the
go.
pictures of him when he was young and really hot?
Dude, he was
cut?
ripped.
He
Yeah.
was, and like a good-looking guy. Weird haircut, but
How funny would it be if he got ripped again?
That'd be great if Alex Jones got a bowl cut. Like he just leaned into the shooter angle. You know?
You talking about him
He's
in
just wearing
court.
like a Sam Hyde outfit.
You guys really should write for Alex. You would make so many hits. Put him in Joker makeup day one.
he used to do. He did Joker makeup.
Oh,
You remember
really?
that? Yeah. He was
Really?
one of the first guys to do it. He was running around Austin and he was putting up wanted signs of Obama in Joker makeup. He was like the Dark Knight had just come out, and he ran with it.
Well, he came out as trans in public recently. He said he was now Alexandria Cortez Jones.
Yes.
I mean, he's like the funniest guy
a good
ever.
bit, yeah.
Dude, I want to see you talking about him in court, talking about his kids, reminded me of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, how are you going to win when they take your kids away? What are you going to say?
Oh, I've been doing a character this whole time. No, just the idea of like him having to become Alex Jones in order to visit his kids.
You're at a restaurant. One table is us, and one table is your family, and you have to run back and forth and be different people the entire
It would be
time.
amazing that Alex Jones was just a suit. He was like a hot guy
Yeah,
under it. Yeah.
No, one
He's like
table is-
Andrew WK, where there have been several of them. He's just
He's the little alien from Men in Black, just inside a guy's head.
He's at a restaurant with Ben Shapiro at one table and his family at the other.
I would love to do the like book 2 dates thing, but I'm just running between 2 podcasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come back and they're like, "You already did that racist." Rick."
And then you go back and you like put a DSA shirt on and hop in on another podcast. Like you're just going woke and
you're,
racist.
you're doing Chapo and Comtown at the same time.
Well, do we feel good?
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, yeah. Good one.
Hell yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys.
Should we play both songs again to outro?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Just get that pulled up real quick.
The beauty of it.
Did you guys need to plug anything else, or are you good?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm good.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. All right.
We'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, hopefully. This was really fun, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, it was really fun.
This fucking sucks so bad.
We won't add the intro audio when we upload it.
No.
It's just good to go.